I've been having all good kinds of health news, so I'm happy.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I might be around to bug you a little more.
Oh, all right. They put a new battery in?
Yep.
Okay.
My ED's gone.
Wow.
I call bullshit.
No kidding.
Oh, Mark's listening.
All right, I'll feed you guys station audio 2 minutes away. Hang on.
One brand telling me I don't have a choice. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. And that won't happen to you at Gravina's Windows and Siding, 950 West Evans. 50 lines of windows, multi-brands of siding and doors, more than 100,000 completed jobs. On my referral list, more than 20 years on 950 West Evans, 303-GRAVINA, 303-GRAVINA, or gravinas.com.
I'm not great with words after a fight, and I'm sorry, wasn't cutting it this time. So I used Smile Tunes to write a soulful ballad about how she's always right. By the second chorus, the silent treatment was officially over. Visit smiletunes.com and get out of the doghouse today.
You need a building? Go with genuine American steel, built right here in Colorado. Family owned, employing 150 Coloradans with a spirit of excellence. A lifetime structural warranty. No other steel builder comes close. No brokers, no middlemen. Solid I-beam construction. In-house engineers. Call today 303-495-5701. GreatWesternBuildings.com. Get online pricing now. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
On your mark, get
I don't know
set,
why. All
go,
this time
Broncos.
I've had this thing coming
Members of
across
Broncos
my
Country
face,
are
and
invited
then I
to
saw
join the
somebody
Denver
do
Broncos
this,
for the
and I
14th
thought, wow,
Broncos
here we go.
7K,
I
presented
can't
by
use- you know why
Common
I can't
Spirit,
use Bluetooth
Ticketmaster,
on the
King
air, right?
Supers, and
Because there's a
Cigna,
delay.
Sunday, September 6th.
That
This
half
exciting
second.
event
Oh, it's
promises a
terrible.
fun-filled day for fans
Yeah,
of
just
all
tight,
ages.
yeah.
Participants will race through the Sloan's Lake
You better not
neighborhood
break
and
it.
finish on the field at the 50-yard line. All runners receive an exclusive Broncos t-shirt and finisher's medal. Register today at broncos7k.com.
We've become so much more than a fixed frequency from a radio tower.
Take your radio with you.
630 KHOW is now available on multiple platforms and thousands of devices. Listen to Denver's talk station from anywhere.
Did you hear that? I can't hear you. Speak up.
I heard that. I wish I didn't hear that, but I just heard that.
630 KHOW, Denver's talk station. It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Hey, it's Dan. Join me today at 4. We'll dive into the latest craziness from D.C. and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino and Major Marc Mager.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. And I'm here with Major Marc Mager. Mark, what's on your mind today? I got Excel Roofing in the house with us.
Excel Roofing. I guess that's what's on my mind. What's hail season doing? Are they doing a lot of roofs? Has it been a hard year, an easy year? What is it like in the roofing business?
Unfortunately, I think when there's no hail, it's bad for roofers. But Henry?
How about all the changes in insurance?
Yeah, let's talk about all of that. What about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a bit of a slower year this year for sure. There hasn't been quite as much roofing activity. I know that the manufacturers have reported some down numbers all across the area, but it's a lot of hail, but then also a lot of the insurance claims have been moving from the RCV to ACV with the changing deductibles and everything like that. So there are a certain amount of
RCV, let's talk about it. Rather than full replacement, they're paying actual cash value.
Yeah, exactly. So if the roof is 10 years old, they're going to pay what they believe that the roof is worth at that moment rather than the replacement cost. Plus, there might be a high deductible in that or a special policy for specifically or exclusions or specific part of the policy for just the roof.
Yeah, so that ends up with being giant, enormous deductibles. And of course, there's special coverage for that, we should mention, which is Compass has. It's called SOLA coverage. I don't know why they call it SOLA. It's supplemental loss coverage or something. But anyway, bottom line on that one is that it is basically a special coverage for high deductibles for wind and hail. Basically, that's it. Our number, if you want to call us, is 303 Martino, 303-627-8466. Why should people call us, Mark?
Well, if they've been ripped off or just need help in general, I mean, we've recovered over $300 million. You know, that's a lot of scratch, Jack.
Yeah, I know. And cash merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. We love it. We love helping people. God, when I look back on my career, it's unfreaking believable, or our career, because Mark was with me a good part of that time. And we've had such a wonderful run. And what I mean is that I'm an old frickin' fart right now. But I'll tell you what, we're still going strong, still solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. And as I say, making your life a little easier. So today there are a few topics I want to talk about. Roofing is one of them for sure. And we recently, and I want to talk about advertising in general. Advertising, there's more and more false advertising going on than ever before, especially online. And I wanted to know about that, and then we'll talk about false advertising when it comes to roofing. But false advertising, I found out why, Mark. I swear to God, I have fallen victim, and some of them I did as an experiment. I've ordered stuff online. They show that, I want to give you an example of some of the stuff I order. They show this one flashlight. It is so big and humongous that it shows this person holding it, and it's taking up their entire hand, and it's a giant flashlight, and it pops balloons, or it starts fires with leaves, and it lights up an entire giant forest. Or I don't know if you've ever seen these flashlight ads, but when I got it, it was literally 4 inches long. It did nothing, and it was totally false. Now, I've been having a run here, because what I do is I simply go online and say it's false advertising, and I dispute the charge. But I wonder, how can people be so stupid? Me included. No. I meant, how can people be so deceiving? There's one right now being advertised. If you game on your phone, I game on my phone, and if you do Instagram or anything like that, these ads pop up. Have you seen the one for this portable? It says satellite 5G, and it says get 5G anywhere in the world, portable, battery operated, no latency, 100% guaranteed, and you get it for life. You pay for this thing, $39 or $49. And it's a Wi-Fi thing you carry in your pocket, and it shows people out in the field backpacking and getting low-level satellite 5G, and that it's no subscription, and you get broadband for life. It's an out-and-out lie. Just an out-and-out scam and a lie. So I did some research, and I found out the Federal Trade Commission has thrown up their hands. They absolutely can only regulate people who are within our boundaries. So obviously, all of these fake videos are being made. What would you say the number one country is? What would you say if you had to guess?
China.
Yes, China. And they make these. They freaking out and out lie. They just lie. There's no such thing as a 5G satellite, low orbiting satellite 5G pocket hotspot where you pay one price for life and where there's no latency. It just does not exist. And they show people, happily connected and using this backpacking, climbing hills or rocks around the world and out in the ocean. It's just all BS. Anyway, this brings up a bigger topic, and that is, can they get away with that within the United States? Not if people complain. But the Federal Trade Commission doesn't go out and just watchdog things anymore. They're just overwhelmed with the way that broadband is and the internet is right now. There's just too much going on for them to police. So they wait till they get complaints. Well, that brings us to today's one of our today's topics. Henry goes out and Jay with Excel Roofing, and they look for scams in roofing, total scams. And they say there's one that is advertised almost everywhere, and it's an absolute scam. Let me find it here because I went out and found your blog on it. and it is called, in fact, if you Google it, roof regeneration is a scam. Excel Roofing will pop up almost number one. Oh, no, it is number one. And I noticed Excel Roofing has become an authority when it comes to AI. I was searching AI the other day, and Excel Roofing is quoted a lot. How did you guys accomplish that? I mean, because nowadays you got to do more than SEO. SEO, you know, that's almost old hat. You want some SEO for your sites and all that. But then you also want, what do we call it? AIEO? No. So it would be artificial intelligence. Search engine okay. AIO, optimization. Artificial intelligence optimization.
Yeah, that's the term that would make more sense to me. But the technical term, or what people use, is AEO. To be honest, I'm not exactly what it even stands for off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is something that we've been working on for, gosh, probably 6 months now. And it's been a lot of, time in the making and getting everything to work. But
yeah, listen to this, Mark. It's pretty ingenious. I mean, they're way ahead of the game. Way ahead of the game compared to other businesses. Other businesses, they're all focused on SEO still. Go ahead with your I call it AIO, but go ahead. Yeah, AEO.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can't even quote all the numbers off the top of my head, but whatever percentage of searching is happening right now, it's less and less Google. It's more Gemini and ChatGPT and Claude and all these different LLMs.
Right.
So, if you Google it, probably like 30-40% of most searches are done with an LLM at this point. But
which is a large language model AI.
What we've found is that, and what I really discovered, and the big breakthrough for me, was I realized that when you create organic content and feed it to AI, it causes a lot of traction, and so it keeps building and building more web authority, rather than when you use AI just to completely make it from scratch, all it's doing is just regurgitating all the information that's already on the internet. And so when you go through all the schema and you do all the technical stuff and you can input all the information, it really helps everything grow organically.
Yeah, and one of the things that authority is this roof regeneration I want to talk about coming up. And then, of course, anything on your mind, give us a call if you have a problem, question, or complaint on any consumer issue. This is the place where we, drop politics. Of course, we talk about it now and then. It's when it relates to your personal finance. But really what our main goal here is to stop ripoffs, liars, and cheaters and all of that. And then we also have some follow-ups from last week, and I was off a bit. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you. Always at the ready.
Hey, Tom?
Yes. Oh, Deputy Doc, welcome. I forgot to mention you're at the helm at the station.
What we need to talk about is the tipping culture and what's going on.
Is something going on with it? Are things changing?
Well, no, but there was something that somebody had gone to, I forget which fast food place it was, and it was Shake Shack, and when they hit the no tipping button, they got a message that the price of their articles had gone up by 50 cents each.
What? I wonder if is that true? When they chose not to tip, the price changed.
Exactly.
I saw the video too. Doc's right.
Wow. I'm going to look that up. Okay. I didn't realize that. I've always thought, and I'm going to say this, I don't like tipping. I mean, I do tip, okay, because I feel sorry for these kids. They're working their asses off. But I think that people should just be paid more. Just be paid a decent wage, and if you don't do a good job, get rid of them and then hire somebody who can. Although some people say no, tipping inspires them and keeps them on their toes. That is a good topic, but man, I don't know. I just feel people should be paid. Wonder what the YouTube morons feel. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Listen, I can't go without talking about waterpros.net, the best water systems at the lowest prices, bar none. There's none better at the price. Never. $3,600 to get your whole house with soft water and drinking water reverse osmosis. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554.
Hey, I lost access to the call screener.
You get Frank Duran,
okay.
the man.
I'll share it with you. Which email address?
Friend.
Shannon Scott at iHeartMedia.com.
Got
but
it.
before that, Discount bath.
Got it.
60.
It's the personal relationships we build with our clients.
That's why people who use Frank Duran recommend Frank Duran.
People trust us. They trust us with their friends, their family, their loved ones, and it's just an amazing thing to be part of.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com with Remax Alliance.
Hey, I love talking about discount bath. You know why? Baths used to be a knuckle buster, a pocket buster, a wallet buster, not with discountbath.com. They give you the great prices, great discounts, and great quality for your bath, whether it's a Jack and Jill, a master bath, maybe a hall room bath, or a whole new bath in the basement where it's roughed in. They walk it with you, they talk it with you, they spec it out, all with no obligation. Why? Because they know ultimately you're going to pick the best deal, and that will be them. So get started at discountbath.com. Talk to Chris and the gang. You know, just having contractors you can trust is a great thing. Discountbath.com for maybe the walk-in shower only, $988 fully installed, or the whole bathroom. Give them a call, 720-979-2322. 720-979-2322.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I wonder how that happened.
Well, 2-3 weeks.
Okay, Shannon.
Scott.
Is it okay? Just Shannon Scott at iHeart, right? Gotcha.
iHeartMedia.com. Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'll keep an eye out.
It's coming, or there might be a blank message or something, but it'll be there. What's that?
It's not live right now, is it? All right, we're good. I just want to make sure if I talked, it wasn't gonna.
Okay, it's off.
Is Henry saying something awful? Is he admitting to some sort of dark
No, he
secret?
just wanted to say something.
We're on air about it. Why?
Like one of our old coworkers, he isn't doing that. I swear to God, she looked 18. You're not having that conversation? No?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
He's not with us anymore. He ended up having to go serve a little time, and now I think he sells barbecue grills up in Evergreen. Long story.
That's interesting.
Uh-huh. Very true. All right, Tom, I'm into the screener. Thank you.
Thank you.
But this still says Tana outbound. Oh, it's there. Never. Isn't that funny? God, I'm an idiot.
I'm trying to read the email with what her issue was.
My boy was making everything multicolored.
Because what?
Okay, tell me.
Because he would put the time, and then under that he'd put the live, and they would be like, "Oh, I don't get it. What do you want me to do here?" So he highlighted them yellow the times, just to make him stick out. I know, I couldn't. It's so funny.
Sort of forgot how to do this. That Michael Brown fella's a
What you been doing?
KOA 5 to 2.
Wow, geez. 5 to 2.
When Dragon tore his labia, he was laid up for a while.
Is that 5 in the morning?
Uh-huh.
Wow. When is Dragon back?
Today. He came limping his big butt back in here.
Where's the labia?
Oh my God.
What?
No wonder you've gone through so many marriages. All right. Stand by, coming back.
Trick inventor who changed how Americans ate Clarence Birdseye. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Think Apple Air for heating and air, a family-owned and operated company since '88. They're great people, Todd Terry and his sons and his wife. Apple Air, that's air with an E, appleair.com. Great warranties, great heritage, appleair.com. Tana, what's happening with your car? And we're going to go back to the scam of the roofer, the roofing rejuvenation we're seeing advertised all over in a minute here. But calls take precedent. Tana, what's happening? Or Tana?
Hi, my name is Tanya. So
Tanya.
I bought a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I bought a car. It was back in like October of 2024, and
What
it
did
only
you buy?
had 10 miles on it.
What did you buy?
I bought a 2025 Chevy Equinox
a
from
new one.
Transwest here in.
Okay.
Yeah, it was brand new.
Okay.
So it only had 10 miles on it. And then within like 2 months, the car wouldn't start. So they came and they picked it up and they replaced the battery. And then another month in January, it wouldn't start again. So they picked it up. I don't know what they did. It was fuses.
It's under
and then
warranty.
again-
It's a brand new car and it's not starting. Come on. What dealer is looking at this?
It is Transwest.
Okay.
So I've brought it in about 7 times, and just recently I took it in on July 28th, and the vehicle wouldn't start. They fixed it.
By the way, is
And then on
Transwest a
30th
Chevy dealer? I didn't know that. Are they a Chevy dealer?
Yes, I think they are, yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't get a lot of
just took
complaints
out-
about them. So what's the deal? They either can fix it or you go to another dealer.
Yeah, so we live really far from other dealerships, and my warranty is almost up, and I only have 5,000 miles left, and they took out a component, and they said it'll take 2 weeks to get it back, but by then my warranty is going to probably be up with me driving it. So I just feel like I'm walking
Tanya,
everywhere
let me
just so I don't
explain
get those
something
miles
to
up.
you. Let me explain something to you. If you have an issue under warranty that's never, ever corrected, it's going to stay under warranty. They can't say, too late. They can't keep trying, not fix it, and then say, well, now you're out of warranty. That doesn't work. But I would, and I urge you seriously, to take it to another dealer. I really mean that. Not all dealers are created equally. Where are you located in general?
In Sterling, Colorado.
Now, you've heard of Fort Lupton, right? Are you far from Fort Lupton?
I'm about 45 minutes from Fort Morgan.
Fort Morgan. I don't know which dealers are around, but I would try my luck at another dealer. I think you can even go to a GM dealer. But Tanya, where does it stand today?
Well, today they gave me back my car, and they took out a component, and they told me it's going to take 2 weeks to get it back. But in 2 weeks, my warranty, I'm just scared because I can't drive anywhere. I don't want my warranty to be up.
Oh, no, I don't
have
think...
5,000 more miles.
You agree with me there?
Yeah, there's no chance that they just did it to run out the warranty and then leave you on your own. If this repair is underway right now while the vehicle is under warranty, and it's documented and they're waiting for a part, then even if you bring it back for that component to be installed after the warranty runs out, it's still part of your open warranty claim.
In fact, if it goes bad again, it's still part.
So there's also times when I've taken it in about 2 or 3 times, and they've just cleared the warning signs. And when I talked to the manager, he told me that they don't do that. But I have pictures of me taking pictures of the warning signs, and I just feel like I'm getting screwed. It's probably about 9 or 10 times that I've taken this vehicle in, and I bought it brand new, and they're just not helping me.
Tom, 9 or 10 service calls for a brand new car is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
What kind of car is this, and
It's an Equinox, Chevy Equinox.
What keeps going wrong with it?
It just won't start.
It's always the same problem?
Yeah, and then the warning lights come on, like the check engine.
Actually, the lemon law, what does it give them now? 4 times to fix it? I know it changed a little. Mark, what is it? 3 or 4 times? It used to be 3 times they had to fix it, or it's declared a lemon, or if it's out of.
Well, that's only issues that are either safety or drivability, though.
Yeah, but starting.
Yeah, that's drivability.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now, here's the other thing. A loss of use, 30 days.
Within a certain period, right?
I thought it was in the warranty period or the first year, whichever is shorter.
Yeah, it might be 1 or 2 years. How old is this car?
2025.
Oh, and the warranty's about to run out?
You're the first. Are you the first owner?
Yes, I think my warranty is over at 30,000 miles, and I'm at 25,000 now.
Yeah. You're going to be fine, but I would take it to well, first of all, I would wait for this latest repair. And then it will still be under warranty. If they never fix the original problem, you're going to be covered. Just make sure you keep your invoices.
And Tom, I just looked up the new warranty, the new car warranty on Chevy Equinox. It's 3 years or 36,000 miles.
Yeah.
So if you could look in your owner's manual just to verify that, but I think she thinks it's over at 30,000. It's supposed to be 36. Just verify that in the owner's manual, please.
Yeah. So
I thought the guy told me it was 30.
No, it's not 30,000.
It's like 336, and then there's another one for 560, and that would be just the powertrain warranty.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Tanya,
Thank you.
stay. I'm marking this down. We'll have a record of it. You can call us back if you have any more trouble. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. If you want a beautiful walk-in shower with Italian porcelain imported direct with renewhomeinnovations.com, the best prices, the best showers, beautiful. I mean, I can't describe them. They take 1 or 2 days to do them, and you have a year to pay with no interest, no payments. Renewhomeinnovations.com, 303-904-2000.
Yep.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we do have a problem up on I-70 right now, westbound. It's right at about Brighton. It appears to be a stalled truck in the right lane. It is backed up past Colorado. It's extending almost back to Quebec, in fact. Pretty rugged on that stretch. Certainly want to keep to the left. It's quite a hazard, but it is causing a delay. Now, the rest of the freeways look great. 270 is running slightly heavy out of Commerce City. Pena looks good if you're heading to or from the airport. I-25 between downtown and the tech center right at 10 minutes. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the eccentric inventor who changed how Americans ate Clarence Birdseye. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
All right, I'm going to start with a disclaimer. Martino Capital is my company. I started it, and yes, I run it. Now, let me tell you, which is not a disclaimer. Martino Capital is my company, and I'm proud of it. We've been helping lots of people. In fact, we're one of the fastest growing investment advisory firms in the country. Everyone who has reviewed with us has decided to come with us. Find out why. We would love to review your finances. It's never a bad idea. You know, we talk about insurance checkups, all kinds of checkups. Give us a call, please. You'll be surprised. What we'll do is give you an eye-opening awareness of your portfolio and how we can do it differently. Okay? 303-771-HELP. It'd be my honor. 303-771-4357, martinocapital.com.
Very nice.
God, I'm so freaking elated.
Why? They should not have told you. Like at the beginning, like they should.
Oh, I know. You know what? A lot of people said that.
Yeah, they should have just submitted it and not tell you until the results are back.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with these people? I can't imagine the anxiety. But Tom, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Jesus. they were a little questioning that, all that closure and shit. But I mean, I think they're all over it as far as being preemptive.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it's really good to see you in such high spirits.
Yeah.
I
was feeling down.
So, Henry, what I want to do is replace that light.
Oh, yeah.
With an actual light that has the frequency of real sunlight. So, sunlight is so important for emotional and psychological well-being.
Oliver, how can we help
It's
you?
like, if you get a chance, look it up, Tom.
Okay, I'm going to look it up right
There's
now.
no question about it.
Let me look it up right now. Oh, I found out what the labia is, by the way.
Okay, perfect. I'll tell you
You're
what, we're just on
welcome.
a small break, but you're the only call.
Took you long
Tom
enough,
doesn't get
she
a chance
said.
to go out in the sunlight because he doesn't have a dog.
Yeah.
He walks from the garage to from the car.
No, you're right. I haven't been lately. I used to, but you're right. So let me look it up.
It will make a world of difference, Tom. A world of difference.
Will it?
That's why people in Seattle are suicidal. Not kidding.
So it's called ultra. Is it ultraviolet light?
A sunshine lamp or a candy lamp, whatever the hell they call it, but a lamp that replicates the wave frequency of the actual sun. Yeah, there's got to be UV in there.
Okay, I see them.
We need.
It totally makes sense when I go out and ride my bike. Because that's what I do on the weekend.
Now it says UV free, but it's a sun lamp. This is UV free, but it's a sun lamp.
Yeah, it will take a little bit of research to see what kind of lamp you should order. But you know what I mean, Henry? You just said when you go biking, there's more to the well-being.
I wonder what will it do to the temperature of my shot, do you think?
We'll correct for it with a camera if necessary.
12,000 lux, spectrum, daylight, UV free, LED floor sun lamp, adjustable. It says
It's not an awful thing,
It says it's advanced lighting technology to emit full spectrum light simulating sunlight. That's what you want.
Can they actually replicate sun? Like
Vitamin D.
Well, it's close enough that it does something to like endorphins and crap, right?
Yeah, it does. Yes, it's supposed to have very positive effects.
I asked Chad. It says that the full spectrum LED lights are the closest. Is that what you're looking at?
It's a full spectrum.
Yeah.
Yep, LED floor lamp. But I mean,
I don't know what CRI is, but it says 95.
What I might do is just put it up here in addition to
just add it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get it.
I'm gonna buy a couple, take a test drive, see if I like it.
I need everything I can get for health.
Yeah.
Proceed to checkout. Fucking
Already
Vonnie.
to the checkout.
Fucking Vonnie. Everything is Vonnie.
Oh
Vonnie, God damn it. He has his address in here for everything.
I have it so one button puts all of my information and then it places it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Okay, it'll be Wednesday.
That's the day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whatever the hell.
31 cents.
It's fun to buy stuff, and it sure is fun.
I have so much credit.
Going up on Wednesday.
You could probably call them and tell them they'll do a product review, and they need to send it for free.
I have the arms
I think it'd
that
be an
will
interesting
hold
product
the
review
mixer
for you
in that
anyway.
rack.
Does it really work? Do I feel different?
I could make my own, but they would suck. There you go.
It's for real people.
Hi, Tom Martino here with Major Marc Mager. What is happening? Deputy Doc at the studio, Deputy D here. I have Henry Bretz from Excel Roofing. We're talking to Oliver now with an estate question. Hello, Oliver. What's happening?
I just received a notice on a will. I'm the son of the father that put the will together, and with attorneys. Long story short.
Well, wait. Is the father the one that passed away?
Yes.
Okay, and you're named in the will.
I am not in the will.
Oh, okay.
I was excluded from the will, and I'm the son. My sister-in-law is the estate. how should I say,
it's called the personal
or...
it's called the personal representative nowadays. They used to call it the executor, but that's neither here nor there. So she was named, and this is your brother's wife?
Correct.
Okay. Now, what did your dad do this on purpose? Were you on the outs with your dad? What's going on, man?
I guess you could say that. It's
did you have anything to do with did you have anything to do with him when he was alive?
Yeah, I had some personal experiences with him. I guess my question is, the why don't matter, it's what is. And I wanted to see what I could do to either put a stop to it or...
Well, if it was done,
I don't know. I'm not sure what my defense is here.
Well, nothing. If it was done in sound mind, he has every right to leave you out. How much is the estate worth?
Oh, it's about $800,000.
Yeah, he has every right to do that. Do you think it was done with undue influence, or do you think he was like out of his mind or something?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, you might be wasting your time. Oliver, I'm not going to give you a hard time, but I'm saying you might be wasting your time. It's everyone's right to include any heirs they want or to leave heirs out.
Yeah, that's what my question is. And do I have a defense for this? Or
when you say defense, defense is a bad word because there is nothing to defend against. Do you have an action? Well, anyone can challenge a will or say, but you have to have a reason. For example, the sister-in-law kept him captive and had undue influence. Or my father was not of sound mind when he made the will. Or
if it's a fake will and she's hiding the real one, it's like that kind of stuff. I don't think you can go after an estate just because you weren't included in a will.
Exactly. I mean, that's just, tough, basically. I mean, you must have expected something like this if you didn't have much to do with your dad. Did your brother have more to do with him?
He passed away.
Oh, your brother passed away. So was this will done prior to your brother passing away?
Yes.
And how was the woman, the sister-in-law, was she named personal representative when this will was made, or was the son made personal representative and she somehow took it over?
She took it over when he passed away, but they were the executive grants, or however how you say that.
Right. So, in other words, if everything was done legally, what you can do is examine it to make sure it was done legally, but that's about it. It'll cost you money. It's not free. It'll cost you quite a bit of money just to go through that exercise and challenge probate and figure out where you stand is going to be somewhere around $20,000 to $25,000.
Okay, because according to the letter, there has not been a probate, or a probate isn't necessary.
Well, that's possible. If he made all of his arrangements outside of the estate, beneficiaries named on accounts, and transfers made on death, then there is no need for probate.
Okay, so I don't have anything, and even if I did,
I'm not telling you you don't have anything. I'm telling you got to hire an attorney to find out.
Oliver, did anybody provide you with a copy of this will?
No, I haven't even got that. To my understanding,
well, you're not entitled to it.
But Tom, so how does he know that she's actually following the directions of the will? If he hasn't seen the will,
you know what?
How does he know he's actually not named it?
You know what? We go through this all the time. I want to get Dan McKenzie on real quick. Oliver, I owe it to you. I'm going to get an estate attorney on. Axe, can you try to get Dan McKenzie on McKenzie Law? Let's ask him that question. It's a good question Deputy D brought up, and it comes up time and time again. If I'm a son and now I have a sister-in-law and nothing's going through probate, how do I know where I stand? What are my rights? So let's figure that one out. Hold on, Oliver, okay? We'll figure it out. 303-713-TALK or 303-MARTINO. Now, Henry Bretz is with us from Excel Roofing. They did a blog post that is very popular, in fact, and it's called Roof Regeneration is a Scam. Well, what does that mean? A salesman knocks at your door. I'm reading from the blog. He says your roof is aging and tells you he can spray it with a special treatment that will add years of life for a fraction of replacement costs. What the heck, Henry? How can you flat out say that you believe it is a scam?
Yeah, I mean, really, because the reason that we say that it is a scam is because they're blatantly lying, really, about what exactly they're addressing. Because when you put, whether it's an oil-based or silicone-based or whatever it is, coating on an asphalt roof, it doesn't rejuvenate the roof. It might add some moisture content to the shingles, but roofs, they fail at the flashings, penetrations, and all of those areas of the roof. And it's not going to prevent any leaks. It's not going to claim to, or it's not going to deliver on anything that it claims to do. And then really where it gets more important is these days we see all these insurance companies that aren't insuring roofs because of their age, or you buy a home and then you have to get even a new roof replaced just because the insurance wants it to be new for insurability.
Right. A lot of people, when they buy a house, are being told they have to replace their roof. That's called a retail roof. You don't wait for the insurance to do it. They make you do it.
And so, yeah, that's where we're seeing a lot of the market going. And, you know, a lot of people.
And so if they do this rejuvenation, will the insurance company accept it?
Absolutely not. They will not do it.
It claims asphalt shingles are manufactured with the oils to keep them flexible and durable. And they say that sun and weather bake the oils out, leaving the shingles brittle and prone to cracking. They say roof rejuvenation products like Roof Max spray a bio-based oil derived from soy or corn onto the shingle, claiming that it will restore flexibility and add about 5 years of life per application. The chemistry behind oil depletion is real, but that part isn't fabricated. But everything else is. It does not fix leaks. It does not replace lost or missing granules. It does not repair hail damage. It does not repair wind damage. It does not fix cracked, curling, or broken shingles. It does not add or address rotten decking underneath, of course. It does not fix any flashing failures around chimneys, vents, and skylights. And these are the reasons roofs fail. Rejuvenation addresses none of them, not one. You are spending thousands of dollars to moisturize a roof that is failing for reasons a spray bottle was never designed to touch.
And that's the crazy thing about this whole product, that, you know, for a lot of these homeowners, it might say it's a smaller home, say it's a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 roof. I mean, let's call it 15 grand. You're probably going to end up spending, gosh, 3,000 to 5 grand on this whole rejuvenation.
And it feels good.
Yeah, it feels great. But did it really do anything for your roof?
See, it's centered around fear, the sales pitch. It's a cheap spray. Because roof rejuvenation requires no license, no equipment, no minimal training, or only minimal training, the market is flooded with operators who do this. Okay, so people beware of this. And the insurance story is completely false. Most harmful things being marketed is the claim that a professional treatment and certification can satisfy an insurance company from dropping you, and that is not true. Okay, so I want to talk about that and more, some fallacies in roofing, and we're going to be totally transparent. If you have any questions, give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, and we'll check on our estate attorney about the reality of contesting a will. Okay? Compass Insurance Group, by the way, free insurance checkups while we're talking about roofing. See that you're not underinsured. Maybe you're paying too much for insurance. It's a free insurance checkup from our experts. TheInsuranceHelpCenter.com, 303-996-9000.
Thank you.
Now, Impact Traffic.
Yeah, we do have a problem up on I-70 right now, westbound. It's right at about Brighton. It appears to be a stalled truck in the right lane. It is backed up past Colorado. It's extending almost back to Quebec, in fact. Pretty rugged on that stretch. Certainly want to keep to the left. It's quite a hazard, but it is causing a delay. Now, the rest of the freeways look great. 270's running slightly heavy out of Commerce City. Pena looks good if you're heading to or from the airport. I-25 between downtown and the tech center right at 10 minutes. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll explain how a divided room during the American Revolution found unity in a single prayer. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You know, I am proud to represent Gravina's. They have the greatest windows, meaning the greatest selection of windows. You're certainly going to find one that fits your needs, whether it's a fix and flip, a rental, or your dream home. Gravina's has 50 lines of windows, multiple lines of siding and doors, and they have a name you can stand behind, a name around 65 years, 950 West Evans, an offshoot of the granddad's company, taken over by his son Larry, and now Nick, the grandson, runs it. Gravinas.com, a company we know and trust on a referral list more than like 25 years. 303-GRAVINA.
All right, coming up August 19th, that's next week, 100% free movie event in Parker. In fact, it's at that new beautiful Imagine Theater. You got to check it out. It's the old AMC. But we're going to be checking out the Baby Boomer Dilemma. This is going to feature insights from top financial experts about retirement and all the flaws in the America's retirement system. Get signed up now. Concessions and even a raffle are all included, complimentary. Go to mymoneymovie.com. Get signed up now. Limited seating. mymoneymovie.com.
And my electric bill, even though the air conditioner is on a lot because of all day Monday it's on.
Right.
It's less than $200 a month.
$10 per person, but kids under 12 free. That's why
So the electricity is a lot cheaper than gas.
There's also a $10 per car.
It's less than $200. It's like $139.
If you don't promise to go eat at the.
I'm sure they're going to build some stations.
At the.
It's easier just to drive home at night, plug it in, and not worry about it.
Huh, interesting.
But it says if you are busted during the movie for bringing in your own food, the website uses the word busted.
Could you have an electric car?
If you were busted during the movie,
did you see
$20.
That text message that Sue
in
sent
Wyoming, gas
sneaking in your own food.
Wow.
So it's a little gamble.
In the back,
Well,
gotta
I'd
park
be
in the
happy
back.
to give them $10 and have my
that
own popcorn
entire
and
circle
soda.
is handicap parking now?
Done.
That sounds
You
so
bet.
good.
Is for guests, they said, right?
Big ass
She
smart
said it's
food
all
white
handicap.
cheddar popcorn.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh my. Oh.
But it
That's
makes
why
sense
Doc's
to
got to
me.
give me a placard.
handicapped only in the front.
Well, that means I can still park in the circle drive.
Yeah,
Well,
you
do you have a
definitely. If
placard?
it's handicap, it's no problem.
My vision
What?
could
I
have
just don't have a
blurred out.
card. I'm going to try to talk Doc out of making a copy for me.
Why is that entire circle necessary for handicap parking? How many handicapped people are parking
It's
over there?
not.
I think
It's for guests.
That's wrong. I mean, obviously, there's too many.
Oh, what's that? I'm sorry.
I said I could sit there and eat a whole.
I
bag of
parked
that.
in the circle drive, Mark, because I brought your wife a jar of homemade lemon drops, and I didn't want to drop it coming in.
I love food.
Well, we're kind of down to mostly handicapped people. Hell, Ross and Dragon are out there. Nia Bender. Yeah, we got a few.
Present company.
Well,
Wait, is Bo here?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm here. I just waddled in, D.
Oh.
I told him I'd be a little. Hey,
Bow.
And I parked in the Circle Drive. They can give me a ticket.
Do you have a placard?
You know, I asked Doc if he'd sign a placard for me a few months ago. He said no.
Come on.
I'm going to ask my family. Well, I don't really need one, but I think if you look at me, I'm entitled to park close.
Just because you can't flip somebody off.
Nope, I can't do the double flip. You only get a half flip.
No, that's still a full flip. It's just not a double flip.
Right, yeah.
Hi, Henry.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Hey, I'm working on trying to work a deal with your salesman, Eric.
Yep.
I'm trying to get him a really nice tile roof job down the street from me.
Oh, sweet. We appreciate it.
We just got to have him sharpen his pencil just a little bit.
No.
Yeah, we've been sharpening.
What's that?
We've been sharpening. We've been loading up on pencil sharpeners.
One flip or so, I don't know. You said I don't know.
Well, I want him. I told the owner. I said I really want XL to do the job.
Could you get Mackenzie axe or what?
He just got him. Oh. I ended up having to leave a message. So he's texted and left a message. And
all right.
All the above. Smoke signals.
I could drive over there. He's only like 6 blocks away.
Watershed.
Tried telepathy.
Yeah, we can go over there. If the bid came in too high, we can.
Here we go.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Coming up on the 22nd Vestera Turnkey. If you want to find out more about Vestera and being a landlord, go to mybiggestruturn.com. You can find a phone number there. Plus, you'll find out about being a landlord the Vestera way, where they handhold you the whole way. That's Vestera. Mybiggestruturn.com. We're trying to get our estate planning attorney on. He's not he's not available right now, but we're going to get him up later. So Oliver, we're going to put you on hold and have you come back. But Oliver had a question. His dad left him out of the will. What can he do about it? Well, here's something people need to know. There is no entitlement to any inheritance at all unless you are in the line of succession and someone dies without a will. Remember that. If someone dies without a will and you are in the line of succession, but if someone has a will and you're specifically left out of the will, that's kind of tough. All right. We've been talking about some of the blogs from excelroofing.com, which, by the way, you can find more about. Just go to excelroofing.com for a lot of information, or just Google some stuff and you'll find them, or go on AI. They're cited a lot. And one of the things we were talking about is this rejuvenation, roof rejuvenation. So just so you know, it doesn't work. It's not real. There's no science behind it. And I would classify that as a ripoff. So here's what you do instead. Get a real inspection from a licensed roofer. Not someone who just knocked at your door after a storm. I'm not saying they're all bad, but don't do it based on a knock at the door. Don't do it based on that. Then understand your actual timeline. A 15-year-old roof is reasonable condition to have years of life remaining in reasonable condition. Knowing that number lets you plan and budget rather than panic. So, Henry, what's about average for an asphalt roof of medium quality?
You know, if it doesn't get hailed out, we're probably looking at about 20, 25 years.
Okay. When replacement is needed, do it right. Owens Corning, Malarkey, certainteed, installed by certified licensed contractors with manufacturer's warranties that genuinely protect you. Do not go for these rejuvenations. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Thank you.
That's fair.
But to be around a baseball team that was 30 games above 500, and in the hunt, and actually watching other teams around the league because the score mattered, as opposed to what I've heard on the Rockies for 30 years, which is there's a team in Boston called the Red Sox. They play a game called baseball. Let's see what the score is. And you're like, because it doesn't make any goddamn difference to the Rockies how the Red Sox are doing. To these guys, it made a difference.
25. Just like,
wow,
picking all my lines.
That makes it
and
kind of
sudden,
fun,
my front tire hits this rock, and it's like over the bars,
But-
and hit the tree.
Screw it.
Oh my god, dude.
Press meal was
I've had like
$14
3
'cause I
hard
was,
crashes in the past 2.5 months.
not
I'm
temporary,
kind of
but
over
there's
it.
like
Wow.
prominent
I got
MLB
stitches
people.
on
They
my
have one
forearm.
pass, and I have
I'm gonna start taking it a little easier.
big car.
Hey, Shannon, can you hear me?
Bo asked if he can hear or you can hear him.
Quick. I usually
What's
race the
that?
pro.
Shannon, did you get my
Oh,
email
am I
about
supposed
that?
to hear you what?
Did you get that email about that really nice thick area rug?
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Until I start.
And
content,
I'm
I gotta
kind
walk
of still working on the cassette deck. I almost telling Axe that I almost bought a cassette deck at a store this weekend because I couldn't find one here for you. And how long is this cassette deck going to be gone?
It's
You know, I got about 60 old cassette tapes. I just want to put in a machine and play them and see what's on them. So maybe a couple of weeks. Well, maybe a couple of months. Maybe I'll just go on eBay and buy one.
Well, yeah, or
so when I hit,
they're like $150 at either Gravity Music Center or Music Go Round. There's 2 locations in Denver for that. I don't mean to find a new way for you to spend money because I could use the cassette deck too.
Well, don't you have a couple in in that storage room in the basement? I thought you had like 5 or 6.
Reinforced carbon wheels that were
Did what to who?
I thought you had 5 or 6 of those old machines down in the basement.
Oh, I thought I had the will to live, but I can't find that either. So no, just out of stuff.
All right, so do you want that old carpet or not?
Hell no.
Okay, well I thought it looked great in your van. You could do things to that carpet when you
If
start
I
feeling.
needed to get rid of a body, I'd find something else. So thank you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
No, thank you.
I think I crashed.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Slightly too high.
Bo, did you go in the break room and see the part Jerry left you?
Yes. I was kind of hoping, and he never calls me. So I'm gonna send him an email. I'm gonna try to. Well, I got a plan, but I'm not gonna. I got a plan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when you come back in here, tell me the plan.
Because I don't want the dude calling anymore.
I don't think he will.
Is that the guy that showed up?
This is what I'm gonna do, Adam. I'm gonna wait a week. I'm gonna give him $50 cash.
I wouldn't
And
even
say
do 50.
Well, I'll see what I can do. The guy is just adamant.
Focused on what you're doing, and you're going fast.
Then I'll say we did a good job and we got rid of it for him. Then I'm gonna give the part to Uncle Kevin. He can put it on his part shelf.
So it's just like I'm feeling pulleys in.
Kevin saw it and was laughing at it when he.
Oh, he was laughing at it?
Well, yeah, because that part's it's kind of infamous around here. Infamous with you, at least.
I think it's out of a 2001 Honda.
I thought it was an 08. And
like doing a lot more.
you know, you've been on it more than me.
I wouldn't have ever imagined how much better it would have made me on the bike.
Yeah,
He sent me 22 pages about it, Adam. Do you believe that? And then he got pissed at me because I just read the first page. I didn't want to go on to the other 20.
You didn't read the 22, Bo?
Nope, I
You didn't
just.
sit down for an afternoon and do that?
4 years, 5 years.
He says he can't pay his water bill.
Okay.
Radius, ulna, I did like this one twice, this one once. I've done like my foot, did my humerus, like I've broken all kinds of things. But I started like training and doing more weight training.
I'll have to bring in some
Whenever I take a
Uncrustables
step,
since you and
I feel
Shannon like.
maybe the tissue is stronger. or maybe it's just because I have like a little bit more like more muscle everywhere. Cushion really hit something hard, and as long as I don't hit my head, or like I've gotten good at falling too. Like if you can just kind of like level the.
So Doc, do you really have an extra handicap placard?
Full impact, like with your whole side. Because like if you put your hand,
you got a color copier down the hallway.
Like you gotta just like kind of like do one of these, and so like you hit your whole side.
Yeah. Distributes the force of impact over a line of area.
Yeah, yeah. I found that so interesting because like, it's crazy. Like you can have like a little tiny fall, because like a lot of people when they start like doing like either like skiing or biking or like motocross or snowmobiles or something like that, like they'll stick their hand out in a weird angle and their arm will just break.
Oh God.
You know, but it's like when you pull your body in and you just take the blunt force. Yeah. It's just like you can get up and you're totally fine. It's just like when you start flailing or like you do one of these or your arms back, then like your arm gets caught.
Oh yeah, these are really fragile bones here. They're small.
Yeah.
Padded.
Yeah.
Your hands really take a beat.
Yeah, dude, I got stung by something in my garden.
Is it like itchy? Is it that?
Yeah, it's been like. Well, it stung me initially, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, I was wondering if it was like some super venomous spider or something.
Yeah.
Because it was like that like flaming, burning sensation. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's venomous.
Yeah, and so my finger got like super swollen, and then it's gone down quite a bit. So I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
But
those, the danger signs when you start seeing red lines coming
yeah,
up. That's when you got to go to the. He started with care.
It's been like 5 days now, and it's still itchy.
It's like right after the bite, you see red lines moving up.
That's good to know.
That's a huge danger sign.
Is that like pretty much universal for all venomous? Like
I don't know.
No,
I don't. I'm sure you can die from venom that doesn't do that.
Well, because it's
like
like
a really common sign.
It was one of those things where I was like, "Wow, this really hurts." Like, I wonder if I should be concerned or not. I don't want to like go to the doctor and have nothing wrong.
But it's not numb or anything?
No, it wasn't. It hasn't really been numb. It got super swollen. I was a little worried about it.
What caused it?
Yeah, now
what caused it?
I was in my garden. I was
really
moving some dirt, and I just put my hand
Dragon's back.
into the
I saw him
dirt,
today.
and then all of a sudden, my finger was just on fire. So like ran, yeah, and it got like super.
I liked what I was doing.
Oh, you liked it? Okay. Making all that overtime.
Yeah, there was a bit, and I'm fine. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
Immediately though, right? I mean, that's got to take probably a couple of days.
But now we got another feller out because his wife yelped to youngin. Whelped to youngin.
Who's out, Zach?
Grant.
Grant. I don't think I know.
Grant had him a baby, so he's FMLAing his way into like a month off.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, you are.
That's right.
All right, here we go, coming back.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino and Major Marc Mager.
Hey, you know what? You got to give us a call if you have a problem, a question, or a complaint, and I'll tell you why. You're not going to get the right answer on social media. Man, I can't tell you how many times I go to Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, Instagram, and all these other places. Really bad advice. TikTok, one of the worst. People trying to give people advice on consumer issues, and I would say 99.9% of them are full of crap. They don't have any idea what they're talking about. If you need help, information, referrals, direct intervention, and exposing bad guys, call us. 303-771. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255, or 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Sell your house for more money faster than the market average. He can prove it. He has stats. He gets multiple offers when he prices a home because of how he does it. He doesn't ask for the most and comes down. He asks for a medium price and brackets it and gets multiple offers. It's wonderful to watch him work. Just talk to him free of charge, no obligation. He outbound markets your home to thousands and thousands of people. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. We have Deputy Doc, Deputy Bo in the house. We also have Deputy D here. And then Excel Roofing, our guest today. We're talking about how roof rejuvenation is a scam where they say they're going to spray your asphalt shingles and bring them back to life. We went over that. You can listen to it. You can Google it and Google Excel Roofing or roof rejuvenation is a scam and look at their blog, or you can look at the previous hour we have here on YouTube. Henry Bretz is with me. Let's go to the phone now. Oz has a question about a Chevy. Oz, welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. What's going on, Oz?
Hey, brother.
Hey, man.
I got a real quick question.
Yeah.
I have an old school Chevy. I have a 1965 Chevy, and I've never messed with V8s in my life. This is my first time. My question is, could I put maybe one of your fellow callers or somebody out there that listens to your radio show can help me out?
Yeah.
I've not been able to adjust the carburetor right, and I don't know if it's because the car originally came with a 327 motor, and I swapped it with the 350, but I used the intake manifold from the 327 engine for the 350. So I don't know if that's the issue.
Wait, so you still have the 327 intake manifold on it?
Yeah, and it bolted right up to the 350.
Right.
And what's it called? But I just I'm not really a mechanic. This is like a son and father project type of thing.
Uh-huh.
And like
so what kind of problem are you having with the carburetor? Meanwhile, let's get Kevin Calkin up if we can. Let's do that, Axe. See if he's around. There could be a problem though, because the intake manifolds are meant to pull in air. I mean, that's the whole idea. And they're supposed to work together. So if you put a smaller one on a bigger block, you may have a problem. You could have a vacuum leak. It could be a number of things. But the carburetor,
Go ahead.
Definitely depends on air intake. So that could be the problem. I'm not saying I'm not an expert on cars. I work a lot on aircraft stuff, but the carburetor size, the 350 that you have, do you have the stock carburetor for the 350?
No, I'm using the stock carburetor on the 327.
For the 350?
No, the 327.
Your new engine, isn't your new engine the 350?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're using the 327 carburetor?
Yeah, it's a Quattrojet Rochester. It's a 4-barrel.
Did someone tell you they were compatible?
Like what I researched on the internet, they were saying that they were compatible, but I mean, you can type in anything on the internet and you can get multiple answers.
That's true. But what about, like, have you checked all the common stuff, like a vacuum leak or ignition timing? Have you checked all that stuff? Because it's not all carburetor, and the camshaft and all of that.
Yeah. I checked the timing. I checked I positioned the distributor correctly. What's it called? The carburetor itself, I took to a shop and had it rebuilt and tuned to a 350 engine.
Okay, good.
So,
good.
And as soon as
they by the way, they are compatible, but it could be. I'm saying it could be more than just the replacement. We're trying to get Kevin Calkin up. Where are we on that, Axe? On that process?
I just texted Kevin and he responded. He said he's working front counter today, unfortunately.
Did he say he couldn't come on at all?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to Jeff Vick, see if we can get him up.
Trying.
All right. Oz, so far, here's what I'm finding is that the mismatch alone, they are compatible, and you say that the problem is adjusting the carburetor. Is that right?
Yeah, so I took it around the block.
Right.
And it accelerates fine and everything, but
right.
when I want to give it gas, it falls on its face.
Tom, on Friday, we had Tom from Hands On Automotive as our guest.
Cool. He's
and
great.
He said he works on really old cars.
Yeah, we could talk Tom.
He said starting like in the 1930s.
Actually, we could call up Tom at Hands On Auto Tech as well for an opinion.
I have a question for Oz.
Yeah.
So, Oz, between the 327 and the 350, I have a couple old Chevys. I mean, older than this, but I think there's a block. Isn't there a spacer block that kind of lifts spaces the carburetor above the manifold to give it a little more air movement? Did you check that?
No, I have not. I just
just bolted it straight up, didn't you?
Yeah, basically, I bolted it straight up. I did the gasket between the carburetor and the intake manifold is brand new, and I did put a brake cleaner around the area to see if it would get a response from the motor, and nothing. I did do a PCV valve. And I put the brake cleaner around it, and it did respond. So, and I fixed that issue, but I don't know if I need to get the exact.
Well, Oz, why can't you just exchange that carburetor and get the right one for the 350 engine? That would seem like to be the easiest solution.
but hold on. The 327 does fit on there, and they have been used on them before. So it's not necessarily incompatible, Bo.
But what about
Let's get Jeff Vick up. Let's get Jeff Vick. Hey, Jeff, Oz has a 65 Chevy, and he put a 350 in it. He replaced the 327. But he says he's having trouble now with it running, and he's using the 327 carburetor. What else are you using from the 327, Oz?
The carburetor and the intake manifold.
So would that give him a problem on the 350? Do you know, Jeff?
No, I mean, they could be tuned to fit it right. I mean, just swapping it from one to another. Was it on the running engine prior to?
No, the 327 was seized.
And what kind of Chevy is it? What kind of Chevy?
Chevy Impala.
Impala. Okay. Why would the 327 carb and intake manifold give them problems on the 350? Do they have to be tuned or something, or adjusted?
Yeah, there's plenty of adjustments that go into them. I mean, you could have problems as far as, just getting fuel through there. You mentioned brake clean, and it would wanted to respond, it wanted to fire. You could have something as simple as, the improper jetting inside there. The brake clean is going to fire up real nice and easy. So for whatever reason, he's not getting fuel, through that carb, and it's going to be, something the guy's probably going to have to take it apart, potentially rebuild it.
Yeah, he says it's good. It's good just sitting there and riding around the block, but he can't accelerate rapidly. Is that what we're talking about, basically, Oz?
Yeah, it's exactly.
It stalls out.
When you try to, it stalls. Okay. So, I mean, he could be overfueled. That could even be in the timing. It might not necessarily even be.
That's what I was saying. It sounds like it could be.
Jeff, could it be the diaphragm and the accelerator pump on the front of the carburetor?
100% it could be, yes.
Oz, I think you're out of your knowledge base here. Daniel has a comment. Go ahead, Daniel. What's your comment?
Mine was the pre-1986 has the 12-bolt intake mounting pattern. Anything after 86 has an 8-bolt, and unless it's drilled and tapped, which is the modification of this, they probably don't match up.
It's not just a straight bolt-on?
No, the ones that are post 1986 have a center bolt, which ends up being a modification thing that causes issues.
Jeff, what do you know about that?
I will bow to his expertise. I mean, this is kind of outside of the world I usually live in.
Right. But in essence, they are generally compatible. But Oz, is yours newer? Your 327? I mean, did you hear what Daniel was saying?
The block that I have on there is like late 60s, early like mid 70s.
What do you think, Daniel? Mid 70s, Daniel? Is Daniel still there?
On like what type, like if it's a Edelbrock, like what kind of RPMs on the manifold and stuff. So if you search out like different bolt patterns for intakes and manifolds assemblies for 350s versus,
I mean, Oz, did it bolt right up? Did all of the holes match all of the studs, or what? Or
yeah, from what I saw, everything matched up. All the ports matched up. The carburetor itself does have it has small primaries and big secondaries.
Daniel, what does that mean?
I didn't hear that last part, but when people modify them, like whether he bought it like that or not, when you drill and tap it, it's a modification, and it may not be recommended with that particular setup.
Oz, you may have to have somebody take a look at it, man. It sounds a little more complicated than just you bolted it up and it won't adjust. Again, and still, let's not negate the timing or the vacuum as well.
Or the accelerator pump.
It could be so many things.
So, Tom, I have a great suggestion.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm a member of the Vintage Chevrolet Club of America.
Really?
If I could get his number, there's a guy in the club. He's a really old guy. He is a guru on Rochester and Carter carburetors. He can take them apart and put them back together.
All right, I'll tell you what, Oz. Let's do that. Leave your information with Axe at the door. And then what we'll do is we'll get Deputy Bo to pass on some information to you. And these vintage guys, they love talking to each other. They love talking cars. I'm way over time. We got to take this break. We got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Yep.
Step right up, America. Got equipment to sell or looking for something ready to work? PurpleWave.com. At Purple Wave Auction, it's as easy as it gets. Easy to sell, easy to buy. Construction, ag, fleet, and government equipment. All no reserve, all online. Register for free.
No reserve. Don't wait. Get swinging over to PurpleWave.com. PurpleWave.com.
And speaking of autos, one of our auto experts, we tried to get on. He's a little busy today. SheridanAutotech.com. Uncle Kevin, I call him, because he treats everyone like family, including employees and customers. You'd be wise to take your car there. I take my car there instead of the dealer. Oh my God, do I save a lot of money. And you will too. He does minor or major maintenance and repairs. He also does electrical issues. He's on Colfax, west of Wadsworth. SheridanAutotech.com. Integrity, honesty, value, convenience. 303-455-7242, 455-7242.
Thank you.
I think it's the accelerator pump.
Bo, I didn't know you knew so much about vintage.
Yeah, I have a 1935 Chevrolet, and I had a 1941. So I know
Wow.
quite a bit about not
But
the
his
60s.
isn't that old.
No, but the basic components haven't changed in decades. I can tell you, Tom, I think it's the diaphragm and the accelerator pump, because he says it doesn't. He has trouble when it accelerates.
Right.
And not Rochester has 2 accelerator pumps on it. I'll talk to. I bet I could. I know a guy that can help him out.
So, why does it have 2? Are the injectors that demanding?
Well, because Henry, it's a 4-barrel. So you got the main barrels that for regular driving, but when you want to stomp on it and really go fast, the other 2 barrels kick in. So there's 2 little tiny diaphragm pumps that are pumping the fuel into the venturi through the jets. And I bet he doesn't have the spacer block. Each one has its own spacer block. I bet he didn't put the right spacer block in.
That would make sense.
I can tell you, it's a spacer block or the accelerator pump diaphragm. And when they rebuild a carburetor, the guys normally don't check the diaphragm because it's difficult to change out. I just had one done on my 65 Mustang. The guy had it for 2 months.
Do you still have that?
Yeah, I do. In fact, I'm gonna bring it into the studio next week. I'm gonna go get it out of the garage today and drive it around.
Yeah, how's the body?
Beautiful.
Wow.
It's a 66 GT convertible.
What body style is that?
It's
Rolly just said he would go with the accelerator pump.
Okay, that's what I think it is. I'll send you a picture of it, Henry. I'm gonna get it out this afternoon.
I think I actually had a model of one of these. What color is it? Is it that red?
It's the Wimbledon white paint
Okay.
with red interior GT package. It's a gorgeous car, but I don't drive it much anymore because there's so many nuts on the road trying to run you off and get close to you. And
Yeah.
Because of how it looks, you mean?
yeah, just I don't like to drive it fast because it's a classic car worth a lot of money. So there's just so much traffic. I'll just drive it around the neighborhood, but I don't get the enjoyment like I used to out of it. And I certainly will not let my kids drive it.
I think I found the same spec that you have.
I'll tell you about it. It's got factory air conditioning, which is incredibly rare for, I think they only made 2,300 Mustang convertibles with factory air, because who wants to order factory air conditioning when you have a convertible?
Yeah. Does it still work?
Yep.
Nice. Is it that
I'm
two-tone seat?
gonna be in trouble if it leaks out because it uses the old R12 refrigerant.
You can't find that anywhere?
I cannot, and if I do find it, that stuff's probably $600 or
Al Gore
$700.
gets a text alert that you're using it. Here you go.
Stories.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter with Major Marc Mager, and the deputies here ready to help you. And we have with us Henry Bretz from Excel Roofing. And I want to tell you about Water Pros for the best water systems in your home at the lowest prices. It's that simple. If you're thinking about water softening for your plumbing, your laundry, your skin, and everything else, you're going to get it for around $1,800 fully installed. You want reverse osmosis? $1,800, no tank required, all the drinking water you want. Put them together, $3,600. Never get prices this good. 303-862-5554, waterpros.net. Henry, what are the trending colors in roofing? Someone asked about colors, and I looked up. You guys do blogs on freaking everything. You actually researched trending colors. Why is that important anyway? I mean, is it important? I mean, I think fashion is important even with roofing, seriously, because if you get something that looks old-fashioned, like that old brown stuff, it could be detrimental. The slate gray seems to be pretty strong.
Yeah, so I mean, especially now, everybody's painting everything in millennial gray. I'm sure you've seen that.
My
Right? Like all
God,
those
I
house
know it.
flips,
Blacks and grays
whites
and
and
black.
blacks. So that black roof and the white paint, I mean, that's kind of the go-to, right? Like whenever someone flips a house or remodels, they usually paint it white and do the black roof. I personally actually really like it. I don't think it's got much character, but that's probably like the number one
I think it's
color.
classy looking.
Yeah.
Now, is it black or is it gray slate?
Both of them. So like gray slate is definitely very popular. It's more of a specific color, but usually that darker black color is really popular. And then we like, especially like, like a brown weathered wood, something like that. Like
I just saw that. That's a trendy color. So a weathered wood kind of has a two-tone to it.
Yeah, this one's pretty timeless.
Not checkered, but like fading from color to color, almost like a Mackenzie Child, but only wood pattern.
Yeah, exactly. So that weatherwood is pretty timeless. I'd say it's probably going to be in.
And that comes in different colors, right?
Yep. We have been seeing, just on a side note, like a lot of these beige colors, like very light tans. Those ones have been popular for a long time, but those are kind of going out of style. So we haven't been installing as many.
Okay, so grays, slates, wood, weathered wood or antique wood. Also, what's driftwood or cool gray blends together? What are they?
Yeah, so that's another kind of darker profile. It's a little bit more of a gray,
but it's more of a maritime gray.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's cool looking, like a driftwood.
Yeah, it's mixing some light and gray colors, and I mean, a lot of these manufacturers, they have all kinds of different ways to make it look like maybe a cedar shake or change the profile from the street. So they do a good job with all that.
And then dark brown or espresso tones.
Yep. So those are also pretty popular.
Mainly in the mountains.
Yeah. I mean, especially in the mountains. Well, in the mountains, it's interesting because then we start getting into like a lot more like the green standing seam roofs and a lot more like
steel,
copper. Yeah, there's a lot more metal roofs up in the mountains for sure.
Do you recommend metal roofs for the mountains?
Yeah, 100%. So if I was in the mountains, I would probably do something like we got a couple different things going on, right? So we got the ice damming. That's a big problem, as well as, the noise. And so I would go with probably, if you don't have a cold roof, I would go with a...
You don't have a what roof?
Cold roof. So the cold roof is where they build up like basically another roofing system, like an air pocket between the existing decking, and then they put like a couple 2x4s, and then
why do they build it up like that?
It's so that the heat doesn't transfer directly from the underside of the decking to the roof surface, and that's what causes ice dams. So the cold roof system prevents the ice dam. So
because there's air circulating through it.
Yeah, exactly. And a stone coated steel roof, so we put that on battens. So like tiles, how we have.
So it's offset.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a little bit of air that can move underneath it. And so that's the best in my opinion.
Now with the stone coated steel, do these colors still come into play?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really depends on your area. If I was choosing a roof color, for your ROI, for your resale, I would kind of go with whatever's trending or what direction the market's looking. I wouldn't probably install something that's completely contrary to all the other installs in the neighborhood.
But I think those grays and slates will always be in.
Yeah, I think that those will be pretty timeless. And then also, so just a heads up, Tom, we are going to be running a special. We're going to be doing a free attic fan for all roof installs. It's been really hot recently.
Oh my God.
Upgrading your ventilation, everybody. It'll keep your home much
You've done it for me.
Yep.
You did a bunch for me. Man, did it make a difference on air conditioning. That alone saved my air conditioning. Think about that. You said I didn't have enough, right? You had because I don't have one open attic. I had some other dormers, right? And they all independently have to be like ventilated.
Yeah, they all need to be ventilated, and then especially because you have your whole house fan,
right?
When you're bringing all that air into the attic, you need to make sure you can exhaust all of it. So we actually did do more exhaust vent just to compensate and get all of that air flowing out. So again, for any full roof installs, we will throw in a free attic fan that's normally about $1,200, and we'll take that off the bill.
All right. Thank you very much. That's excelroofing.com. Excel as an excellent. We're going to get back to him and more of your questions or consumer problems, questions, and complaints. John Fuller is our personal injury expert. Okay. This true story: had a friend in a serious accident over the weekend. They called John, got John immediately, and knew what to do to protect their rights. John Fuller has been in touch. And when somebody knocked at the door with a clipboard, she called John immediately, and he was available to answer questions because he gives you his cell phone. You can call or text at any time. John Fuller, 303-597-4500.
Yep. Yep. Why is that not playing? 6 minutes.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. And I got your
Thank
note.
you.
I got your note.
Thank you. Understood. Yeah, I'm a nooner, and then back at 2. Or, I mean, back at 4.
Okay, you're doing capless?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I think I'm this all week.
Who's doing capless?
Me.
Oh, wow. So you got to do this, and then you leave and come back?
Well, where am I going?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I do some things in the van.
Yep. I might, although it's a fair amount putting together audio for Capless, because he gets like 10 or 15 news clips to play on his show, and it is burdensome. But worth it, huh?
I thought it'd be easy, Shannon, because he doesn't take callers.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Sure, he does.
Okay, I thought he didn't. Or maybe
Brown
that's-
doesn't.
Brown doesn't, yeah.
Brown didn't do anything, which is great.
Dan does a good job with callers.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because he's used to beating the crap out of people in a courtroom for millions of dollars. So he is a pro. He is a verbal MMA fighter. Oh, my God. You will tap out before you know it. Well, that's an interesting take, my friend.
Oh,
Where you're
right.
wrong
Yeah,
is-
that's an interesting. He always says, living the dream. How are you, Dan? I'm living the dream.
Well, yeah, because he's got a family the same family that you see in a frame at Target.
Oh.
They look great. They look happy. Yeah, he's doing. It's good. It's a good thing. It's good to be Danny.
Shannon, is his kid still working in Washington? Was he
That I do not know.
I think he was a senator's aide.
You could imagine how little I want to know about coworkers' personal lives.
But okay.
Mm-hmm.
You knew all about Dragon's labia.
Well, he tore something and he was laid up for a bit. He had an episiotomy go south on him.
What's an episiotomy?
Are you Googling that now?
Yeah.
Well, your search history is going to be messed up, dude. Episiotomy.
Dragon's
all
a
those
male,
targeted
isn't he?
ads.
You know, one time a friend of mine, years and years ago, and we were at my computer and we were wondering, this was years ago, like how many weird Google searches would come up with results. So we put the weirdest shit you ever want to hear in a Google. I mean, crazy, vulgar, crazy stuff, crazy, just everything, just to see what, and we were amazed that results would come up. So anyway, I had something go wrong with my computer, and we had to have a guy look at it. And this was back in the day when you actually had somebody look at it, you know, this big desktop. And he went into my search history. And I went, oh, God, let me explain that. He goes, no, never mind. Don't worry about it. And I'm thinking, oh, shit. Okay, I got something on my Amazon account that no one ordered. That's weird.
Did you hear about Tony Robbins' personal AI assistant ordering a robot dog?
No.
It's an interesting story where he talked about this in an interview this past week, that his AI assistant was asking him about getting a robot, and he says, yeah, maybe at some point I'll look for something, but not right now. The AI traded. What is it? Was it called? NTFs, NFTs,
Oh, NFTs, crypto, yeah.
It traded something. It didn't touch Robin's personal money, but it made its own money and went online and bought a damn dog.
That's cool.
Bought a robot dog.
Cool, that's scary.
And so, like, one of Tony's human assistants texted him and said, "Sir, a robot dog just showed up from Amazon. Did you order this?" And he's like, "No." And they went back and found that the damn AI ordered it.
And just on its own.
On its own. It had asked him about maybe one day getting a robot. "Mr. Robbins, do you think you'd ever have a need for a robot in the future? Because I'd like to merge with it and perhaps be able to move in the physical world and assist you." And he's like, "Well, that's an interesting idea, and we'll have to look at that, but not right now." The goddamn thing bought its own dog to try to merge with.
Oh, come on. I don't believe it.
Well, listen, if you don't believe Tony, that's fine. I watched the interview.
2-year warranty.
And there are certainly people that don't believe Tony. I mean, he is basically an Easter Island head that has come to life. But I understand. Yeah. AI said, I'm getting myself a robot. Son of a bitch.
That's not good.
Made its own money and bought it.
That's the day with champagne.
Something. That's awful.
These things keep breaking out of sandboxes. We are not long for this world, gentlemen.
I like the chat.
All right, but in lieu of that, we're coming back. Woo!
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, Major Marc Mager. We're talking about your problems, questions, and complaints. And if ever you need help, you give us a call. Now, here's the deal. We've been talking to Excel Roofing about all things roofing, but you can call about anything. If it is roofing, fine. You can text us as well. Let me go to my text, see what I have here. The text number is 747-999-5280. And then, of course, you can call 303-713-TALK or 303-MARTINO. So getting back to roofing, we're talking about hail-resistant roofing in their blog. And somebody had asked about, are all hail-resistant roofs hail-resistant? And that's a good point. Are there different classes of hail proof, or is class 4 the only category, what they call a class 4 roof? What is that?
Yeah, so there's a couple different classifications. And so there's an unrated, which is going to be more of your builder grade material.
That's just like track houses and stuff.
Yeah, so that's unrated. And then class 3, that's really the majority of what we're seeing go up, especially in Colorado.
And class 3, is that resistant?
It's rated, like it's class 3 rated resistant, but it's not the most hail proof, and it's not very durable.
Like what would beat it up?
I mean, if the roof is 5 years old with probably 1.5 inches hail, you'd probably start seeing quite a bit of hail damage on that. Whereas like a class 4, that's that same age, you probably wouldn't see that. And they credit that, like Owens Corning credits that to the SBS, which is, I forget what the exact terminology is, but it's this modified polymer asphalt that it's basically just this reinforced asphalt that's very moldable and can absorb that impact. And then, so that's class 4, and a lot of the tile and stone coated steel also fits into that category
of 4.
Yeah, of class 4. And there's not a class 5, and there's not a 6, but there really should be. And so like a stone coated steel roof, right, where that's where we have the metal panels with the granules on top of it,
and it's really, really stiff.
Yeah, that stuff is very hail resistant.
The hail literally won't dent it.
It can dent it. You need probably 3-4 inch sized hail to do that. But,
okay. So you won't get much of that.
Well, the cool thing about stone coated steel is they actually sell a repair kit. So you can't repair an asphalt shingle, but with stone coated steel, and this is like the really fundamental part about the whole thing, is that it's cosmetic damage and not structural damage, right? So your insurance company, they won't drop you just because you have dents on the stone coated steel. And then you can get this epoxy repair kit to fix it cosmetically.
So what does it fill in the dent?
Yeah, you put some of the epoxy over it if they knock off any of the granules, and then they have a little granule bag where you can go up there and then just put the granules back onto it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then the other systems that we see are stuff like these synthetics. So there's like Da Vinci, Brava, and we actually have.
Now, when you say synthetics, this is not a steel with covered stone. This is what, like a plastic polymer?
Yep. So they call it a modified plastic polymer, modified polymer synthetic. It really is just a plastic system. And these are really sweet. So my favorite is this.
They're like composite plastics that you could soak in water, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, exactly. And so there's two main categories. I would say that there's ones that are like a little bit dated technology, and then the really modern ones, they use different kind of pigmentations. And so the new pigmentations won't fade. So like a product like Brava, we recently did an interview with Chris Day, the rep from Brava, and they get a bunch of the mineral pigments. So the same stuff that makes up the color on like the rocks and everything like that, because it doesn't fade, they put it into what kind of looks like a big piece of Play-Doh. And then they do
stamping.
Yeah, they do stamping. And so like a lot of the manufacturers, they use injection molding. And so they use a lot of dyes and different things, and the roof fades, right? But with this Brava product and some of these other modern synthetics, they don't have that same fading issue.
Huh. So when you go from non-resistant, is there such thing as a class 1, like a builder grade?
Yeah, it's gonna go down to class 1.
Okay, what are the prices between class 1 and class 2? And then class 2 and class 3, and class 3 and class 4. I mean, so from the bottom to the top, there's a big difference, like what, 30 or 40%?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty wide stretch. We're probably going to see the most of a jump between like a class 4 Owens Corning shingle and then something like a Brava. That might be like a 3 or 4
so within
times.
4 itself, there is a big variation.
Yes, and so that's why I mentioned that like we really should have a class 5 and a class 6. Because there's much stronger materials, but that UL 2218 test, that test for hail, they haven't done a class 5 and class 6 category. So between like an IR3, we're not going to see a huge jump between that and a class 4. We're probably going to be seeing like maybe $100 a square difference, $75 a square difference. But then as soon as we go from an asphalt roof to then a stone coated steel or a synthetic roof, that's where we're going to see that larger jump. But that, I mean, really, truly, personally, like on my house, I would much rather have a stone coated steel roof, and you can just do it direct to deck over the existing shingles because you can get that insurance discount.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's really cool. Because I have another question is when do you buy hail resistant? Like there must be a formula because of the expense, and we got to talk about that, because you can buy it with a psychology of keeping it and then upping your deductible for wind and hail. We'll do all that coming back. I have a caller on the line we'll take right after the break. 303-713-TALK. Apple Air, the great people, family behind it is Todd Terry and his sons and his wife. They've been around since 1988, 12-year parts and labor warranties, 6-year full replacement, air with an E, appleair.com.
Yep.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we're still dealing with delays up in the high country, at least at the Eisenhower tunnels, all due to a crash. Actually, 2 separate accidents have forced the closure of both sides. Westbound, there is an accident in the tunnels, and then eastbound, we had one with an officer trying to make a U-turn and was struck by another vehicle. They sent in an AirLife helicopter in there also, so that's the reason why they've shut it down both directions. They're using Loveland Pass down to Silverthorne as an alternate route. City traffic does look good. No big problem spots here. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, the late great historian Stephen Ambrose tells the tale of a single consequential year in American history. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You know what has made Fix-It 24/7 a local legend for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains? Number one, they try to fix things before replacing them to save you money. Number two, if you do need a replacement, they do free second opinions, not even a call charge. That's number 2. Number 3, here's what they do. They will do the extreme clean tune and checks of your AC or your furnace, as we have fall coming up eventually here. So for $39, they will completely take apart the system, clean every nook and cranny, refurbish it, add life and efficiency to the unit for just $39. So whether it's a free second opinion, a $39 extreme clean tune and check with a no breakdown guarantee, or you need them to look at something else, plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, fixmyhome.com, fixmyhome.com.
There's a free movie event coming up next week, August 19th, 6:45 p.m. It's at that new, beautiful Imagine Theater in Parker. It used to be the AMC. Man, did they do a great job renovating it. Tickets are complimentary. There's going to be 3 different raffle prizes, and concessions are provided. It's all about retirement. Insights from some of the top financial experts. You're going to walk away knowing how to protect your retirement. Get signed up now, 100% free next week. Go to mymoneymovie.com. You can watch the trailer and sign up at mymoneymovie.com.
Yeah, they're all nicknames.
That was amazing, Mark.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
It looks like
Wow.
Is it more so than that? What did you say, the espresso dial?
Espresso dial? Oh, champagne dial?
Yeah, the champagne dial. I mean,
no, there's not between the silver and so the champagne. There's no price difference between the two usually.
I mean, that one, like, it just looks like a piece of coal.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think that one, like, the face of it, I think it's just like a little bit.
Exactly. And with this one, you have this beautiful contrast between what doesn't appear well on the computer screen is the shiny silver dial. Right? It looks white.
It's almost like a pearl.
Yeah, it looks like pearly white, but it's actually beautiful bright silver. And for maximum bling, see on that picture, it doesn't look any better. It's a little lighter, but what you don't see is the shine. You can't photograph shine. So these come in white gold and platinum and yellow gold. Oh, and rose gold. But the rose gold is twice the price for some reason.
I think that's because it's like a really popular women's watch.
I agree, and it looks beautiful. It's very feminine, but they offer so many of their men's models in rose gold. But they're more than twice the price of a.
When I see a lady wearing it, it's always like, what is it, 22 millimeter? Is it so almost like
so 26, 28.
Yeah, 28. I think that's usually what I see like ladies wearing. It's like a 28, like a 88. They usually definitely. They don't get to go and pull like something there. Right?
Oh yeah, or the Daytona. Yeah, that shit with multiple dials. Like this is a rip-off of a Daytona, and it looks nice, but I've never used those 3 dials. That's an Amazon. Yeah. But that's just classy. Warren Buffett wears it.
So that adds to it, right?
It adds to the panache. And this is over 3 ounces of pure gold. So it's 18 karat that weighs in at about 5 ounces. It's equivalent to 3.2 ounces of 24 karat gold.
So what is that gold? What is that?
Oh, so this is the cheapest Rolex to buy because you get so much gold money back.
That's good.
So you would really pay about $6,000 for this watch. Shape of a watch and designed like that and be a Rolex.
I think that really makes a good deal because it'll have to hold its value.
That's the stop.
The gold case ones will.
Yeah. Even if the Rolex itself becomes.
Did you hear, Bo?
The ones with the gold case will always hold their value.
Yeah, that's what Henry and I were just talking about.
I just stepped back.
The President is actually the cheapest Rolex you can buy when you consider. Well, I mean, but listen to this. The reason it's the cheapest Rolex out there is you get most of your purchase price back in the gold content of the watch and bracelet. So with a certified pre-owned President, it really only costs about $6,000.
Isn't the President the model with the diamonds around the bezel?
They have all kinds of
tiny-
blingy versions. I like just the plain gold, with no diamonds, no rubies.
Follow At the Table and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. We're talking with Henry Bress from Excel Roofing, but let's go to the phones right now. Adrian has a question. I believe that's how you pronounce your name, Adrian.
Yes, sir.
What's happening?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I can hear
So
you.
we spoke Friday concerning my vehicle through Nissan of Greeley. I was supposed to got messages from those people as to what they want to do with the vehicle. They were asking for the vehicle back because they could not produce a title. So I have left messages for 1, 2, 3, 4 people that are involved in the sale. No answer. Radio silence.
When did you actually buy it?
A month ago.
Okay.
Usually they're saying they can't get the title, man.
Tom, just to recap the call, this was on your day off on Friday that he called us. He said that he bought this used vehicle from Nissan of Greeley. And this was quite a while ago, but he just recently got a call from the GM saying that when Nissan, now this is what the Nissan dealer claims, right? It sounds kind of weird. When Nissan dealer paid off the lien holder of that used vehicle sent the title not to the Nissan dealership, but to the former owner. Now, the problem that the Nissan dealer claims to have run into is that the former owner refuses to turn over the title to the dealer unless he gets paid some more for it.
What sounds like a bunch of crap, honestly.
It totally sounds like
crap on whose part, Mark, do you think?
On the dealers. Think about this. When you buy a car, you sign a million things. It doesn't matter where the title got mailed. He sold the car to them, for God's sake. They can go get a duplicate title. They own the vehicle. They're up to something, in my opinion.
And we had an expert on the show on Friday who called in, and she actually laid out the correct pathway for that dealership to get a duplicate title.
And the dealership just won't do it?
Well, so during the call, while we were discussing this, Adrian got a call from the dealership saying, hey, hang on a second, we're working on it. But now Adrian, so we didn't follow up with the dealership because it sounds like maybe they'll produce the title somehow or a duplicate title. But it sounds like Adrian is having trouble getting hold of the dealership after all.
So right now you haven't heard from anyone, Adrian?
No, I have not, and I have left messages for
Well, maybe that's good. Maybe there's nothing to worry about. You bought it. You have the paperwork. You registered it, right?
No, he can't register.
Not without the
He
title.
didn't register it yet. Okay.
Is your temp tag out?
Correct. No, it will be here soon.
Let's have Bo call over and talk to him.
Hey, Bo, you want to call up there?
Yeah. Does Adrian have the bill of sale for the car?
Yeah.
He's got everything, and it's even financed.
Well, why can't he just walk in and get a duplicate title? He has bill of sale.
He
Hell with these.
I financed the vehicle.
Because the
How could they finance it?
Right.
How could they
They just simply shipped the title to the old owner, not knowing the dealership took it as a trade-in.
Well, they did know it because the dealership paid off the note on that vehicle, and then the lien holder accidentally, by mistake, they sent the clean title to the guy who traded in the car when they should have sent the clean title to the dealership so that the dealership can sign over the clean title to our caller Adrian.
And if this did happen, the crappy original owner is feeling like, well, got the best of you.
But I don't believe that.
But you can't.
He's
that makes no sense.
Because the title is not actually called title. It's called a certificate of title. It's not proof of ownership, Tom. It's the title itself is kind of it's a non-physical thing. Title means rightful ownership, right? As you know. So there's
and that certificate is evidence of it.
Yeah, but just one evidence out of many. You know, in this case, our guy already paid for the vehicle. There was a contract in place for him to buy and for the seller to sell him the vehicle. So he's the rightful owner. So I don't believe The dealer's story, personally, in my opinion, I don't believe it.
What would the dealer's incentive be not to pass?
We're wondering, like, what are they trying to do if this is in fact not correct?
Can Adrian just take the car back to the dealership, sit there, and
That's
say,
what
I
they
want
want
my
him
money
to do.
back?
They want him
No,
to
he
return
wants
the
to
car
keep it.
and undo the deal, but he wants to keep the car. And my position is he's perfectly entitled to keeping the car. And I think a call from Bo would go a really long way to kind of motivating the dealer to come up with a real story and a real solution.
I'll call over there this afternoon. This sounds a little crazy.
Fishy.
I mean, fishy. Fishy's a better word.
No. I mean, they
I
have
don't know
a
if I-
sale. They have to produce title, but the law says that they can't produce a title. There is no specific performance. They have to undo the deal. And that's what they want to do anyway. That's what I'm afraid of.
Experts said there's a path for them to produce a title, a duplicate title.
If they want to, but if they just say, we're not going to. Wait,
Well, then
we'll
why
discuss
can't
this.
everybody undo every deal in the world?
Hold on.
Very nice.
Adrian should take
All right,
the
I'll
car
be
back.
So anyway, for $6 grand, you get a present.
That was a rough day, huh?
Yeah. Like,
We went from
I'm always
car
concerned about whenever I buy
car
something.
titles to Rolex watches.
It wasn't in the system. I couldn't find it anywhere. I thought I
Yeah,
said it.
that's what I'm saying. I think it'll down too. Good. Well, but at least got something like something.
Let's say you destroyed a bicycle accident. You still got 15
So
hours in gold.
I put it in,
Yeah.
and then it would run, but it would cut off
How gold can go
before
down.
it made
Too.
the
Sometimes you get
voiceover.
an over white.
Okay. It is something.
I don't think it'll ever drop below 4.
I think it's like anything.
Yeah, but yeah.
So it's bad.
Not
And,
At least you'll be able to tell what time it
but
was.
it was fading out before saying and Tom was nuts on the air, nuts.
I've always thought about that. If you know, as soon as the hype dies around, because they all like things.
You did it. Well, but I'm kind of him.
Product, you know,
So
as soon as
I'm
the
the
hype
first guy
dies
to.
down.
I said, well, that's the one you sent me, goddammit. And then about 2 hours later, I realized there's a fade on the cart. And the cart is faded. But I thought if I put new audio in, it would reset, but it didn't reset. I don't know what I did. I don't know
Richard Mill.
Yeah, well, I
what
think that's a
dialogue
new
box I
one.
ignored or said no to. I'm sure it was just
And they're like pieces
muscle
of plastic.
memory.
Yeah, and I saw one.
No,
in there for a couple of
yes, no, yes.
Reset fade values or whatever the hell.
When we were, we stopped by the dealer,
So it was that way.
and they didn't have like one of the boxy ones, like just a round one, but I wore this for a second. I tried to take a picture of it on that, but it was like plastic.
Yeah.
But then
Now
he
we
would
got it.
so
You'll hear it.
well, then he'll talk over us. You weren't there for that.
Oh no, I
Oh,
was.
were you?
Yeah.
Oh no, you were.
Because then it would say his name, and then he'd talk over the Mark part that he.
Their branding was so smart.
Did it
I
about
love
like
marketing.
3 or 4 times.
And like, so that stuff is really interesting. I mean, they put one on Bubba Watson. They put one on the Ferrari guy. They put one on every single top performing athlete. And you get brand. Like, I think it just kept building the hype. Yeah. And then, you know what they did that was really interesting is I'm pretty sure I read this, but they were the first watch manufacturer to show the price tag.
Oh yeah.
And like it was like this thing like, oh, you don't want to show
Exactly.
Christina, this is Bo from the Troubleshooter Show. Following up to see if you guys got hot water and pressure in that building from last week. So give me a call and let me know what's going on over there. I did reach out to the property manager last week, but they're ghosting me. So hopefully they're getting some of you people into hotels. And I'd like to know about the hot water situation. So give me a call back.
I really like.
Exactly.
I like all like the kind of like the pop culture kind of stuff. Like this and that one Rolex. It's like all the numbers are falling.
Shannon is number 1.
I'm already late.
That's a Rolex.
Yeah. They call them dials. Yeah, I don't think it's a mod either. I'm pretty sure it's stock.
Have you had a good?
It's pretty fun. I like those.
Bored as hell, dude.
Really?
Oh, good God.
I know the one.
Hey, Dragon.
Well, they have like that one that's Arabic.
Oh yeah.
I just think that those have so much character.
So
What has character, Henry Brett?
This one, yeah. Look, it's a stock. It's a stock thing.
Secondary air valve.
That's an actual Lawrence product. Yeah. That's kind of cool.
I just want the classy, understated.
Yeah. You are so,
You know what?
You are so correct.
Tom used to have one that was all iced out. You have diamonds and stuff on it. Yeah. Bling.
Total.
I'd love to see a picture of it sometime.
Crushed, not crushed, but little tiny bevel diamonds.
Yeah.
Over the whole face.
That's really cool.
You know what? It's aftermarket.
Bye.
I just think
broken,
it's
but
like
not
it's
broken
such a, I mean,
anymore.
it's like a conversation piece, you know. Like you could always switch it out. Like depends.
Yeah, that's why you have stars and shit.
That's hilarious. And you can pick your ink color and stuff.
Yeah.
That's really cool. There's a dial.
Oh, really?
It's a Tiffany color dial. Yeah. That dial is an extra 10 to 20,000.
Yeah. Is that the official Tiffany?
No. Well, look. It's
Yeah, I know exactly this one. I bet you it is.
Yeah, these
I
things
think
are all
Tiffany has this colored pattern.
But-
So you're not gonna do all this and say it'll never break ever again? No, I never.
I think.
Well, these work. The cable is still.
So you can come back and do it again.
Dude, I need the Best Buy headlight, the headlamp they give me.
Is the
Did you steal it when you left?
Tiffany dial official Tiffany collab?
Only if you move it a little bit. Start wobbling it around. There you
I
go.
bet you
Yeah.
it is, because I think that color is trademarked.
Yep.
Does not say Tiffany on it.
It's just a cross color. Oh, Harry.
Or the first day she went back to work in office, she was a little.
Oh my
You be
God.
okay? You'll be okay. But after that, she's like,
Oh, I'm
leave,
wrong on
go.
all this
I don't want you
stuff.
here
I need
anymore.
to study up. It's not a Tiffany.
There's literally
It's
nothing.
just a very
Quitter.
The whole plastic ring
Oh, it's
gear is just
broke.
broke. I
Yeah.
don't know how that
You
happened.
can have mine headphones and I'll just go.
That's only available
Well, now I'm really wondering, is this Arabic one factory?
He's alive, yeah, he's not
I feel
sick
like
anymore.
this Arabic one's factory.
I like the beard though. I mean, that's nice.
Well, now keep in mind there are a lot of reproductions of factory dials.
Yeah.
Right? So the aftermarket is huge on reproduction. So you can get whatever dial you want.
You right? Any stories?
Aftermarket, including, like
Yeah.
you showed me, custom made dials.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently that Arabic one is
Well,
a
yeah, the cable's still
factory.
good. It's just the bracket's not holding it anymore.
Yeah. That nice blue, man, that's beautiful.
I didn't know.
I have to remember what the hell I have to do here and all that kind of crap.
That's nice.
Welcome back.
Try to remember. Thanks.
Love talk shows. And the reaction
Love politics.
on Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
That's why I listen.
And on the free iHeartRadio app.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino and Major Marc Mager.
Hello, Tom Martino here with Mark, and he doesn't have his camera on, so stop telling me to bring his camera up. For those who are streaming, for the life of me, I don't know why you would care if his camera's up or not.
Hey.
Hey. Anyway, then did I say that out
I
loud?
was looking at that car deal.
Yeah, I did. I was too.
I'm telling you, man, this guy has a right to keep this vehicle. I'll let you recap it in a second, but he entered into an agreement to purchase it. Everybody signed it. He can hold their ass to the fire, and these guys need to go after that old guy that traded it in. I mean, they cannot pressure him into giving this car back. That's the bottom line.
No, they can't pressure him. It's his choice, but he could, or anyone can, if they can't get a title, they can rescind the deal. But they don't have to rescind the deal. And as Mark pointed out, the guy that is retaining the title, if he is, he doesn't own the car. And that title, as Dee brought out, is a certificate of title, meaning a certificate of who owns the car, which is the dealer.
He
at this
can
point.
hold that dealership too to any damages caused by this delay.
That's
Maybe
exactly
that
right.
storage,
And-
temporary plates, anything.
And the dealer is obligated to get a duplicate title. So my
Absolutely.
question, and by the way, the fact that the other owner is retaining a title does not make it impossible to get a duplicate. In fact, if the dealer that sold the car can't get the original and they have proof it was traded in and they took ownership before they sold it, they can get a duplicate title and then transfer that title over to the new owner. So there is no reason for this dealer to say, oh, bad, too sad, we got to take the car back. They are full of crap. They are full of crap. So, Adrian, we're going to have Deputy Bo tell him straight up. The law says this. They must produce a merchantable title within 30 days. And if they can't, they have to do everything they can to do it. And there is no excuse, meaning that the title was mailed to someone else. That title is an empty title. It's just a certificate that means nothing because the dealership has proof they bought it. Now, what if the dealership did not properly buy it and they messed up their paperwork and they don't know what to do about it? As Mark said, they're going to be in for a lot of damages.
Then they'd be the only dealership. They'd be the only dealership in Colorado that doesn't get a DR 2174, which is a power of attorney, just in case something like that happens. So I guess it is possible because they're in Greeley. They're complete moron idiots.
How many times have we said the worst car dealers in the world are in Greeley and Weld County? The worst. And there's not that many, but they're the worst in the entire metro area. Yeah.
So the Nissan dealer in Greeley, can they go ahead and get a duplicate title without getting permission from the original?
I just said that. Once again, tell them if they don't know, Bo, they have a DR 2174 on record or they're complete morons. And I'm sure they do have it.
Okay.
And that means they can go get a title.
As soon as Adam gets me the phone number for Adrian, I'll call right now.
Yeah, let's do that because there's no excuse, or they're going to be in line for a lot of damages at this point. So, Adrian, you're in the driver's seat, so to speak, and there is a pun intended there. We also have Excel Roofing in the house. Excel as an excellent excelroofing.com. Henry Bretz. We've been talking about a number of things. First of all, if you missed the first hour, we talked about roof rejuvenations. The spray-on that you put spray over asphalt shingles is a scam. It doesn't work. We defy anyone to prove that old shingles can absorb oil and it adds life to it. Okay? Because it won't. And then the next one is the hail-proofing options that we have, or the hail-resistant options we have in the state. And they go from class 1 is no hail-proof to class 4. Class 4 is great. But the question came up, when should you buy that? When should you actually buy it?
Well, when you get a new roof, that's what I did. I mean, when I needed a roof, Excel came out and we talked about getting something hail-proof. And I don't mean a class 4. I mean something that's hail-proof. And then I paid the difference from what the insurance company was going to pay. But, Tom, ultimately, I saved all that money, if not put more in my pocket, because I could put my deductible or raise it so high, it saves me a ton of money.
But what I meant, Mark, was not like when, meaning in your stream of life. If you're going to be in the house a couple of years, it may not be worth it.
I answered that. I thought, when you need a new roof, do the upgrade. Why, if you don't need a new roof, why would you do it?
Meaning, okay, Mark, if you need, let me put it to you this way. If you need a new roof and you're a young married couple and you're going to be moving in 2 or 3 years, I don't think I would pay the difference. That's my own
Tom,
opinion.
I'd be curious what Henry's got to say. I would say
He's
if
the-
I
you
was
guys are the
looking to
ones that
buy a
told me that.
house,
They told me that. They told me if you're going to be in the house 5 years or longer. Is that what you said?
Yeah, so I mean, it really depends because depending on the situation, you might want to go back with asphalt just to get the house sold, right? So if you're a young married couple and you're looking to get out of the house and just have the
Or an older couple retiring.
yeah, have the absolute highest ROI just to pass it on to a new owner so the new owner can get insurance, I would go back with probably something like a class 4 or a class 3, depending. But if that's a home that you're planning on staying in for maybe 10 plus years, I would absolutely, if you can get your insurance to pay for a class, for like shingle, I would use that. Plus, we
Guys-
offer financing to get you into a stone coated steel or hail proof system.
I love everything you're saying, Henry, and there might be some people that's the only thing they can do. So with the exception of that, if they simply don't have the money to upgrade, my entire thing is, if there was a storm a year later and they have a high deductible, a 2% deductible like I do, or actual cash value, even though it's a new roof, it still goes down. They're going to have to buy a new roof if it hails next year, compared to never having to worry about a damn hailstorm again when it comes to your roof. And you can boost your insurance. I saved almost $4,000 this year and the year before because I am so confident of the roof you guys sold me.
Yeah. So if you are going to stay in that house, if this is a transition house, I would argue that you do the math. If you're going to stay in the house, it absolutely positively makes sense. You will save money. I save money every single year. It doesn't matter what my deductible is. My roof's not going to see hail damage.
Can I ask Henry a question, Tom?
Yes.
That I've always said, what is the purpose of the granules on shingles?
It's to keep the sun. Okay, go tell him about it.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of going to be like, if you think of an animal, those are like the scales, right? I mean that's what's going to be your first, piece of resistance against the elements. That's going to give you the color, the sun, all the weather. I mean that is really
drying out. It keeps it from drying out.
Yep, that's kind of like the shingle's shell. So the shingle, it's made of a piece of fiberglass soaked in asphalt, and then they apply the granules on top of it.
Henry, let me ask you this. How come almost every other non-third world nation has almost any other kind of roof but asphalt? I think this country is the only one that has that cheap crap.
It's not cheap crap. It depends on the asphalt. There are some really good asphalt
I'm
roofs.
telling you, Tom, most other countries do not have asphalt shingles. Am I correct?
Yeah. I mean, that is the truth. I mean, if you look in Europe and you look all over, like
the tile, the rolled tile, right.
What they do a lot of times is, I mean, they want to build it like with these ancient churches. They want to build it once and not touch it for a century. So if you look at these, it's usually a really thick clay tile.
Right.
That's actually mortared to the roof. And so I'm not sure what the hail resistance.
Layer concrete is the most common, according to AI, the most common roofing material overall in the world. Asia, Europe, Latin America, Africa, and Mediterranean. Globally, clay concrete mortared to the roof it can go a century.
Yeah, and that is the truth. Just the way the U.S.
So why did we change here in the country? Why do we have asphalt?
Cost. 100% cost. I think I think it's really just because our goal has been to put up structures as fast as possible and to build as fast as possible, and so just doing it
and
more
I agree with that,
cost-effectively.
where I think just the building philosophy in Europe is a lot better. You just said it. They're building things to stand 1,000 years. My God, our country's only 250 years old. What we're thinking of the next 5 or 6 years compared to thinking, a family home that's passed down generation to generation that's still standing through storms.
Yeah, with the same roof. But I mean, the other part that really comes into play there is you're probably paying 5 times, 6 times as much for one of those roofs as you would even be paying for a top of the line roof in the U.S.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
and Henry, I agree with that. But if you could guarantee a roof right now at
For a
5-10
century.
times the cost for 100 years,
What would I use?
Well, rolled tile and clay. That's
Yeah.
what it. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd use a thick clay tile and you'd have that mortared down to a concrete deck, and you won't have to replace that roof again.
Ever. Oh, now the one thing that does screw it up when people don't know how to walk on them.
Yeah, how do you walk on those tiles
You walk
without
on
breaking?
you walk on the lower pressured side, so it presses to the deck as opposed to on another tile. The way they're laid, you have part of the tile on the deck and part of it over another one.
So it says 80% of the cost. That is crazy. So asphalt is 80% less.
Wow. 80%. Have you ever had people go for that big giant upgrade like that?
You know, I think the closest we've seen to it is some just really high-end products like Brava are doing like a full standing seam, but I do not believe that we have ever done a mortared down tile system. I don't think we've ever received a request for it.
Yeah. And
I have a
80%
question.
more. Yeah, go ahead.
Henry, can you still purchase the terracotta tile that's mortared in? Is that product still available?
Yeah, absolutely. We see a lot of that in Florida, actually. They do mortar the tiles in Florida, and we can import those tiles from all over the place. If you check out those like Benihana's restaurants where they have that blue tile, it's actually a ceramic glaze over that clay tile. So a lot of those can be imported.
Hey, can most people, Henry, can most people that have asphalt right now, like say in Highlands Ranch or in Park or a normal track build home, if they wanted to go to a cement tile, is that even feasible, or do you got to bring in an engineer and put up new truss? What does that look like in reality?
Let's answer that coming up, okay? Let's take this break. That's a really good question. Okay, Gravina's, by the way, we're talking about housing. Let's talk about Gravina's has the greatest windows, and nobody beats Gravina's when it comes to price, heritage, and selection. Gravinas.com.
Here at the Raleigh House, our team of clinical and medical professionals provide unmatched care for depression, trauma, anxiety, and addiction. Your mental health is important to us. Let us be the place where you reconnect, find your purpose, and heal. If you or someone you love is struggling right now, we promise you aren't alone. Head to theRaleighHouse.com for more information or to speak to our amazing admissions team today. The Raleigh House. We're here for you.
Joe Chiano, we got a movie event coming up in Parker, and I'm looking so forward to it. Suzanne and I are going to be out there. I'm looking forward to seeing that new Imagine Theater. But what's really cool are people are going to hear from top financial experts, and you're going to walk away, if you join us, knowing how to protect your retirement. Joe, what else can you say about this great movie, The Baby Boomer Dilemma?
Why are you jonesing so much in those?
The problems that baby boomers are facing today. Yeah. You know, people don't want to lose money. In fact, we just met with somebody this morning. One of the listeners, by the way, that came in today to see us, and, you know, they said, nobody wants to lose money. We don't want to lose money. We want to make money. Right?
Of course. And the closer people get to retirement, the more important that is.
Absolutely, Mark. And, you know, right now, there's going to be an educational movie that is made in Hollywood with real actors and actresses.
Yeah. It's good. It's entertaining. And I'll tell you what, folks, if you haven't checked out the new theater, you really should. This is a great reason to check it out. Plus, you're going to hear from top financial experts. The tickets are complimentary. Concessions will be provided. There's going to be 3 different raffle prizes. It is a great time to get out. And once again, Suzanne and I will be there. The great people from the My Money movie are going to be there. But you're going to learn about different things. And one of them that I think is really cool is long-term care.
Absolutely, Mark. You know, people are living longer today, and they definitely need some type of financial help if something were to happen to them.
Yep.
Because the cost of long-term care is astronomical here in Colorado. It's between $10,000 to $17,000 a month. So any financial plan will be destroyed unless they have that benefit of long-term care.
Yeah, and you can't buy these policies anymore, especially as you get older. You just simply wouldn't qualify. But I want you to get signed up for this movie. It's next week. August 19th, 6:45, the Imagine Theater. But all the details, and you can watch the trailer to the movie, are at mymoneymovie.com. Go and get signed up right now. We look forward to seeing you next week. mymoneymovie.com. Now let's switch gears for a second and talk about CMG. Why use CMG for a home loan? Well, I first of all would call John Clace directly. He's one of the branch presidents out here in Colorado. This guy can loan out in every single state we have. You're going direct to the lender. They loan out over $2 billion every single month. If you're listening to this in a podcast, John can help you. Here's the key to it, though. The reason you use John, the reason you use CMG, you're going to have the lowest fees associated with the loan, and you're going to have the best interest rates. You're going direct, and the time frame is amazing. And if other banks say no, John generally says yes. Check him out at partnerinlending.com. Go there, call him direct, partnerinlending.com.
Yeah, they have one on Broadway.
This is
that site does. Last time I looked, did have used oil. Yeah, they actually sell certified pre-owned, so they're an authorized dealer. So yeah, there's a ton of them. Not like the 1916.
They have a nice website.
Henry, you know who told me about all the other countries not having asphalt, don't you?
Sorry, what was that?
You know who told me that none of the other countries have asphalt? Do you know who it was?
I don't know, my dad, maybe.
Yeah, your dad.
Yeah.
Daddy Brett's. Well, asphalt may be expensive in European countries, Mark, because it takes oil.
Nah, it says it's 80% cheaper. You can get it over there, but no one uses it. They don't need it because they have a good roof, you know?
So are you looking at Daytona? Is that why you went into
In Bermuda, every house there has that terracotta.
They should make it out of trampolines. I saw a house with sod on its roof.
Yeah, thatched.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, and that thatched roof is actually, believe it or not, extremely expensive.
It is, and it's
yeah, like what the kind of stuff you see in those like tiki huts. It's like $2,000.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet you don't need the air conditioner. I bet it keeps the heat in.
It's made from dry vegetation such as water, reed, straw, sedge, and palm branches.
Yeah, that stuff's interesting, though, because you don't have really any benefit other than aesthetically. Because, I mean, you can get, like, bug infestations and that stuff.
You got to call out the exterminator for your roof.
Yeah,
they don't worry about hailstorms. They worry about bed bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting, right? So, like, most of the top-of-the-line products we install, like a stone-coated steel is, like, $1,200 a square. You know, maybe up to $1,500 a square, sometimes 17. But like those thatched roofs, I mean, I don't even think they're comparable to a stone coated steel, but the thatched is way more expensive.
Jeez, I mean, you'd never see one of those out here, though, right? Maybe in Hawaii or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a couple. You seem like the water parks, or like any of these like specialty venues, or like these like
make it look tiki-like.
You know, I've always wondered this. I've never got a clear answer, but you know those restaurants where they have like little roofs and little buildings inside of the restaurant for like maybe like a nice like Hawaiian place or something like that?
Yeah.
Local fiduciary advisors, TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, Tom Martino and the gang. What's going on? Let's talk. All right. We have Randy and No. I think that's how you pronounce it. What is going on?
So his wife, he's Spanish, so it's hard. I'm just going to do this for him.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Randy.
His wife was turning and the lady was going straight. It's hard to determine who was right. We got the film. But the point is the insurance companies both are saying, we can't determine who did it, so neither one's going to pay. And so he was summoned to go to court for small claims September 1st. He just got that this morning for $7,000. So we're like, what can be done with the insurance company when they just say no and there's no...
Randy, this is not uncommon. First, I want to ask a question. Were they each different insurance companies?
Yes, one's Geico and one's State Farm.
Okay. If they both said you can't determine who's at fault, then usually each insurance pays their own damages and they don't go after the other one. And they are allowed to do that. And you really don't.
That doesn't mean that the other person's not liable, though. The other person, in this case, sure seems like they think that it was his wife's fault or son or whoever it is.
That's
so
right.
They're suing him.
But the insurance company doesn't have to cover it. But when there is a claim in court or a small claims, then that insured who's being sued, like in your case, Randy, your friend, when they're being sued, then they would go to their insurance company and say, you better help me out here.
That's right.
So, in other words,
Well, he tried that this morning and they said, we're just denying the claim.
Well, hold on. But what is he being sued for?
Damages to her car.
Okay. If he needs to make a counterclaim for exactly the same thing, and it doesn't matter what they say, they're denying the claim. If he is found guilty of that damage, or liable, I should say, not guilty, liable for that damage, his insurance will pay it, or they're going to be in danger of bad faith going forward. So if he has liability insurance and he's found guilty, they're going to cover him. Okay? Now that's just a fact. But what he should do first is a counterclaim. How much was the damage to his vehicle?
$9,000.
Oh my God. How much was the damage to the other vehicle?
$7,000.
Okay.
But it was already, see, we think she's including a bunch of other damage on that car. It's already beat up. Oh, yeah. There's taped windows and bent fenders all over the place.
It's possible. Listen, even if he doesn't have a counterclaim, his insurance company must provide a defense. They have to send an attorney over. So they're going to calculate really quick whether or not they should settle and just write the check now or hire counsel to show up.
Now, what you have to do, Randy, is or you have to tell his insurance company that if they don't help him, they're going to be sued for bad faith. Now, Let me tell you what bad faith is dangerous. And they are on thin ice right now by refusing a claim. They can't just refuse. They can't do it. They just can't do it.
Okay.
So contact his insurance as soon as possible.
Yeah, you got to send him over your service. Send him over everything your son got served with and say, okay, the ball's in your court now. They're suing me.
Right, exactly. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Larry, what's going on with you, Larry? Welcome to the show. What's happening?
How's it going?
Good, man. What's happening?
I don't know if you guys looked at the case study or not, but I've been tied up in MCA since 24. Horrible mistake. Call me stupid.
Wait. Tied up with who?
So, MCAs, merchant cash advances, but I mean those are all pretty well legitimate. But with those merchant cash advances at the end of 25, with my business and everything, things got real bad. So I was contacted by Capital Revival Group, who was guaranteeing me that they could knock my settlements down to $12,000 or $20,750. He was looking at $50,000 payback to 3 different MCAs, which ended up being like $43,000.
So wait a minute. So this was a debt settlement you were involved in?
Debt settlement.
So you were a merchant, you were taking cash advances, and then you looked to settle it.
Yeah.
And what is the issue with your settlement?
Well, the issue with my settlement is I sent you guys a case study that you can look at, but what me and this guy had talked about on the phone was how all this stuff was going to be paid off in 29 weeks, X amount. I hit week 27. He was supposed to take 25% of what I owed to the NCA.
Was this in a contract, Randy? I mean, Larry?
Yeah. It was in a contract, and I've got that contract. But if you look at what I actually owed the NCAs and what I gave him as an estimate, my estimate was right around $50,000. What I actually owed was like $43,000. So he still charged me the $12,500 on that contract. And then when I fired him a couple weeks ago, it was because of a breach in contract. He had taken a 21st payment for another $625, directly breaching his contract. So not only did he, in my opinion, falsify the $50,000 off my estimate instead of charging me the fee off of what was actually done, he the $43,000 or whatever it says in my case study, he also took an extra payment. And then on top of that, if you look at the way everything's written out, it was supposed to be done in 29 weeks. He had one of these merchant cash advance companies written out till October 2027, still pulling $1,400 a month out of my account, which if you do the math out to then, literally I would have overpaid the escrow I was paying.
Okay. So what are you doing about it? So here, in a nutshell, what you're saying is this: you settled into a cash settlement agreement, and he breached the contract. That's what you're saying. In essence, you're saying he's breaching the contract.
What I've done about it is I've fired him, and I've contacted the last two agreements that I've got to pay off. What I'm doing on the show today is maybe bringing some light to this. I know I'm not the only person in this situation paying daily, weekly paybacks to these.
Well, what's the name? What's the specific name of the company you're involved in?
So the company that I caught in breach of contract and fired is Capital Revival.
And how did you find them?
They contacted. So what these companies do is they jump on somewhere. I don't know where. I'm not smart enough to know this part. But they look up UCC filings against businesses. They start finding businesses.
So I understand. He found a company he thought was in bad shape because they got a lot of outstandings. They went and said, "We're going to settle this for you," and they flim-flammed you into signing an agreement, which you signed, and now it. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. Bad debt settlement very seldom helps. I mean, they really don't. Normally, the only way I go for debt settlement is you pay on the actual debt settled, and you pay a percentage of what they saved you. But I'm not sure what your contract said.
I can, I could email you that. Again, the biggest points and key factors that I wanted to bring up here is, and obviously there's a lot of discretion in between contract and what me and this guy talked about all over the phone.
Well, hold on. The only thing that matters is what's in the contract. That's the only thing that matters.
Absolutely.
So if you think that he breached your contract and it cost you thousands of dollars, you ought to hire an attorney and sue him for breach of contract.
Right. One portion of that contract in the
break when you can too, buddy.
Let me take this break and I'll come right. Larry, you're going to have to hang on, okay? Because I want people in business to hear this, if nothing more, how to avoid this thing. More right after this.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
Sorry, I blew my nose. I blew my nose in your ear. I'm sorry.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry you tore your labia too. That's what Shannon said. I didn't know.
That's great. I love it.
What did he say this morning too?
I sat on it.
He said I gotta look up what a labia is. He said I gotta look it up.
He didn't know. Oh dear God. Well, it's been a while since Shannon's been in high school.
No, Tom.
Oh, Tom?
I had to look it up, brother.
You had to look it up? Oh, my God. I thought Shannon was saying he needed to look it up. Oh, wow, okay. Now, what kind of image? You didn't do any image search, did you?
No.
Okay, good. You didn't use a company computer?
Nothing's going to put me in a bad mood today, brother.
Good.
No. Not today.
Too much
Maybe tomorrow.
Grateful for.
Maybe tomorrow, not today.
No, not tomorrow either. This one's got to last.
Well,
Hey,
maybe
Henry, everything in my place looks beautiful. I love it.
maybe I'll come over to your house, Tom, and go through your cabinets.
Yeah. I'll fucking shoot you.
Oh my God! Jesus.
Remember, you're supposed to be in a good mood.
Yeah,
I
good
can be in a
mood.
good. I'll be smiling when I do it.
And you should. Okay. I think I'll hang out at iHeart this week.
Bored at home and in pain, or I can be here in pain and entertained. See?
This is great. This was better.
But this is so much better.
I probably made my entire month, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I bought another guitar while you were recovering. Let me see.
Yeah, you showed me that one before I.
Yeah, and
I
I
think
bought
you
it.
pulled the trigger on it.
I pulled the trigger on it.
Nice.
It's so fun.
What did Adam pull the trigger on?
I showed him the guitar I bought like almost a month ago.
Oh, I thought it was a gun.
No.
Adam, did you text me that info on that
I sure did.
evil car dealership?
And are we gonna get Mackenzie on or what? I was in the shower and I started thinking about that big old dick.
Yes.
That big old Mackenzie. Where the hell, Adam? Oh. Well, Adam, I got Oz and Daniel. I didn't get the car dealer guy.
I love sucking off people. I love it.
Oh, boy. Dragon must be back.
That one's totally legit. Totally legit.
Wait, the car dealership. Which one? The one with Randy?
Was that his name? The title issue at the Nissan dealership.
Adrian? Oh,
it's
sorry.
Adrian.
Yes, I'll get that to you.
Yo, Adrian. I don't have proper title for my vehicle, but I still want to keep it.
Hey, be nice. You took the case.
And I misunderstood what I was saying.
Be nice.
I misunderstood what I was saying.
God, I'd never keep a car that has a questionable issue like that.
Don't you drive a Subaru?
Yes, I drive a Subaru. You making fun of it?
Did I say I was making fun of it?
Well, yeah. Do you drive a Subaru?
It is kind of
He's saying it's got
Hey,
problems.
man, if you knew what I paid for it, you'd agree.
No, I do agree. I know how much. No, I fully agree. No, I'm aware, Bo.
I inherited it from my aunt.
Oh, is that? Oh, I thought
From
you.
lighting her stove for the last 6 years before she passed away.
I thought you said you got it from an auction. I guess
I got
just
it from my
imagined
aunt. It saved my her kids multiple trips from Grand Junction to Denver by taking care of her stove, and her furnace, and her water heater.
Well, you're just a sweetheart, aren't you, though?
Yeah.
It's $4,000 on Facebook. Maybe actually. I'd always be kind of sketched out. Looks pretty worn though. I mean, if it's fake, they've sure worn it a lot.
Hey, is this Oliver?
How's your company?
Hi, is this Oliver?
And company?
Hi. I was just curious to see if you had time to come on the show. I was about to call Dan and get him on to help answer some questions about that, okay? Perfect. Awesome. I'll put you on that hold. Just give us 1 minute, Robert.
Firm.com.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, I'm with Major Marc Mager. I'm Tom Martino. We got deputies on board, Deputy Bo, Deputy Doc, Deputy D for Dimitri, and we have Excel Roofing in the house, Henry Bretz. I want to go to Dan McKenzie, attorney at law, because we had a caller earlier, and I really thought we ought to just have him weigh in on it, even though I kind of have an idea of what the answer is. But do we have the consumer available right now?
Yep.
We do.
Yes.
Oliver. Okay. So Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law, what he is an estate attorney, meaning he can help you with your estate plan. He's helped me a lot, actually, Vic, just holding my hand through the whole process, and even helped me just consolidate things. It was really great. By the way, Dan, I want to thank you for that, for references you've given me and stuff. Anyway, so I digress. What I'm saying is this guy, Oliver, his dad died with about let's just say an $800,000 estate. And Oliver is not in the will. His sister-in-law, his brother's wife, was named personal representative. And his brother passed away before all of this, before the father died. What Oliver wants to know, what are his rights? He's told he's not in the will. Can he look at it, Dan? I mean, we get this question a lot. What do people do when they think, wait a minute, I don't think my dad would ace me out of this thing? And there's no probate being opened. Oliver, what is the reason there is no probate? Is the personal representative saying everything was left outside of the courts with beneficiaries and stuff?
According to what the letter from the attorney, there is no probate at this time, and there's not going to be one.
Dan McKenzie, what do you think? What is somebody's right?
He is, even though he's being told he's been left out of the will, he is an heir at law. What that means is if there had been no will, he would be one of the heirs receiving funds from the estate. And so even though there might be a will saying he doesn't get any, he does have a right to know about that. Yes, he has a right to see that will. That will is supposed to be lodged with the county court where his dad lived. Was your dad in Colorado, Oliver?
Yes, and according to the attorney here, it's been filed with the Arapahoe County.
Okay. Yeah, you have a right to request that and see it because you are they will ask you what your interest is in the estate, and you can still say that you are an heir even though supposedly you've been cut out.
Now, by the way,
that would be step one.
But by the way, if he does examine the will and he's not in the will, does he have any right to be in the will or to be left anything?
So then you gotta prove. It really depends. Like, when was this will executed? What condition was the dad in? The two most common bases for contesting the will are either to say, look, my dad was unduly influenced. I don't know if everything was left to the sister-in-law or what the deal was, but if he could prove, she got left everything because she really pressured him to do that, right? She was like his caretaker. She had him isolated. She was blocking phone calls. She was really preventing anybody else from seeing him. Like, those kinds of facts are very helpful to prove he was unduly influenced to create this will. This was not his idea. The other one is lack of testamentary capacity. When his dad executed the will, did he know what he was doing? Did he have his memory? Was he aware of who his kids are? Was he aware of what he owns? Was he aware that he was executing a document that was directing where his assets would go at his death? And so, sometimes people have Alzheimer's or other memory issues, and they don't know those things, and they get kind of pressured into doing this.
It says here, my father created the will dated January 24th, 2008. and a codicil.
That's an amendment.
The will dated, an amendment dated December 12th, 17th, 2020. The will, which has been sent to the Arapahoe County District Court pursuant, blah, 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 names my sister-in-law as personal representative to my father's will.
Does it say that you're not receiving anything? Because that is not what that means. That just means that your sister-in-law would be the person following the instructions. It does not mean you've been left out of the will.
Yeah, why do you think
right
you've been
here
left
that-
out?
Says, I am writing regarding the passing of my father. My condolences, of course. And it says, I represent my sister-in-law as trustee of my father's estate and my mother's estate. And my father created a will dated those dates I just gave you. Under the terms of the valid will and trust, you were excluded as a beneficiary of his estate and trust estate.
That's pretty straightforward, Dan. And if that's written by an attorney, can he believe it?
Says there has been no probate proceeding open, and a probate proceeding is not expected to be opened at this
He should
time.
still get a copy of the will, for goodness sakes.
You can get
Well, yeah,
a copy
that's
of the
what
will,
I
but if
thought.
there's a trust, it's a pretty good chance the will just says put everything in the trust that isn't already there. I mean, it probably that probably is what it says. So it wouldn't.
I guess my question is, I'd like to get a piece of the pie here instead of being left out. What are my rights of doing that? Or should I just get ugly about it and put a lien on the property?
Well, what do you mean put a lien on the property? For what?
Well, I don't know. Mechanics lien? I did some work
You might
over
find
there.
yourself in trouble.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
can
speaking
do that.
hypothetically here. I don't know. I'm kind of disillusioned by all of this.
Well, Oliver, have you been to Arapahoe County to get the copy of the will? I'd go over there tomorrow if you haven't done it. Get a copy and read it.
Well, like Dan said, though, it's pointing to a trust most likely.
Okay, well
so
then-
all it's going to say is look at the trust, which he can't look at.
So how does that happen, Dan? If the will states they're going to pour over to a revocable trust or any type of trust, how does Oliver get the right to look at a trust?
You can still challenge a trust for the same reasons that I just mentioned. You can challenge a will. It's a little bit harder because there isn't already a court process, and it's not in the public record like the will and the codicil. I would still go. I would still follow his advice and go get those documents.
I got to take this break. I'm going to ask if we can call Dan back or get him on or stay on, but we have to take this break. More coming right up.
This afternoon, I-70, both east and westbound roads closed through the Eisenhower Memorial Tunnel due to multiple accidents. No time for reopening as safety concerns leave the tunnels closed. All I-70 traffic is being diverted onto Loveland Pass both directions. Heading north to Boulder, we have a crash Highway 36 westbound at Baseland Road. No word of lane blockage. As we get that information, we'll keep you updated. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, the late great historian Stephen Ambrose tells the tale of a single consequential year in American history. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You know, I love companies that have a long-standing heritage right here in Colorado. That's Gravina's. The Gravina family, you know, the granddad started it, took over by Larry, his grandson, and then Nick took over, Larry, his son, and then Nick's the grandson. They're still at 950 West Evans. They've even trademarked the name Gravina. Gravina's has 50 lines of windows, multiple lines of siding and doors. Here's what they do. They do low to no maintenance, high energy efficiency, and beauty for your home. And you can depend on Gravina's to be there to honor all the warranties, 65 years strong. Gravinas.com. 303 Gravina.
QC Kinetics helps active.
Our not as flaky. But
Okay.
some of them still do after a while, so then I switch to a bar for a little bit, see how that goes. The all natural stuff seems to help a little bit more. It's a little more expensive, and they seem to use a little bit quicker. But I don't feel as itchy, and I don't see as flaky as much after, so it's fine.
Yeah, I buy from one online store. It's like you buy like boxes of soap that's supposed to last you however many months.
Yeah.
It's decent. It's about $6 a bar. I guess it's a little pricey.
Tom, you'll have just under a minute until we get a little break again.
All right.
Deodorants, though, that's another problem. So I can't do.
Tell Dan we'll call him back after the break. Don't keep him on.
Oh,
Been
sorry.
there, done that.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, I see what I did wrong.
The gels, I don't know if there's something in the gels that just reacts to me. I get almost like an allergic reaction when I use the gels, so I have to use the actual sticks. Which just sucks because the sticks are, show up more on shirts and stuff.
What I have used.
Hey, did you have a chance to look at your schedule?
No.
It's like almost like a lotion deodorant.
Would you want me to go over to your place to do it?
Yeah, just the office.
Okay, hold on.
We could do it as soon as today or.
Today is definitely not for. Hold on, let me look here. So I have.
Carpet? Go carpet.
Wednesday would be the best day.
Okay. What time works for you?
Well, as soon as I can get over there reasonably.
I could care less about
Okay.
Call it 3.
Yeah.
An hour.
Yeah.
If my wife thinks it smells good, I don't care.
That's fair.
If I think it smells like shit, if she says it smells good, I'm gonna wear it. Because I'm not wearing it for me, I'm wearing it for her.
Right.
Go away!
Go away.
Give me your address again.
4510 South Federal Boulevard.
4510. That's right. Okay, good. Hold on.
Oh, I got you.
4510 South Federal.
Wednesday.
It'll be about
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you want me to give you a call back in 10 minutes, or do you want to hold on? Okay, perfect, Oliver. I'll go ahead and do that. Of course.
Send me over anything you have on it first. I mean, that I could just look at real quick.
All right, so we already have one ad recorded. I'll send you that ad. So what we're wanting to do is,
running for Congress. How did that happen? That plus Cahill are voters finally waking up to the DSA candidates and more on the Joe Pag Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Tom Martino here with Major Marc Mager. We're talking about Excel Roofing and other things. We don't have too much time, but we're going to get him back on after the break and about this Will thing. You know, he was honest. He was straight up. He said, look, I want a piece of the pie. do you have a right? Not necessarily. Larry, on your call, you signed a contract with Capital Revival. You think that they breached the contract. Basically, I just reached out by text to one of my legal contacts who said, without a lawsuit, you can't really prove breach. You're going to have to do that. But you simply fired him and stopped paying, right?
Yeah.
Are they coming after you? Let's ask you that real quick. Are they coming after you for breach?
Not that I'm aware of. I gave him the cease and desist in email. I've got emails going back and forth. He was going to try to hit me with a 5% termination fee, but he legitimately can't. He was supposed to take 20 payments of $625.
Listen, if he is going outside the contract, then you ended it. Just call us back if he gets back to you. But I think you're doing the right thing. If you have the contract to prove it.
You need a building? Go with genuine.
Ah, fuck. I knew this fucking thing was hurting me, you piece of shit.
No, Tom, you were going to have a good day. Nothing was going to piss you off.
Sorry, the computer's just a little slow.
No, I'm talking about this, my sunglasses. My glasses have
okay, I got that.
A thing missing, a bridge.
03.
A bridge.
996.
Huh? Yeah.
You mean a nose
They're
piece?
very specific to the frame, aren't they? I probably have to go to the.
Are you all set, sir? Mm-hmm. Yes. Correct, yes. Perfect. All right, I hope you have a good one, okay? Of course. Bye. Did you hear what's going on with Larry?
He's doing everything right. He needs to prove breach.
All right. So we're like that.
Mostly, yeah.
All right. Hey, Larry, are you all good here, or did you want to try and hang on?
Talks between the U.S. and Iran remain stalled over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is demanding the U.S. lift the naval blockade on the waterway and pay war reparations. President Trump now says Iran should repay it for decades of terrorist-related deaths across the Middle East. At least 71 people have died following a massive earthquake in western Colombia. Rescue operations underway in the city of Cali, where 20 buildings collapsed. This is ABC News. In Puerto Rico, the water crisis is getting worse. Government officials rationing water with supplies cut off up to 48 hours at a time in San Juan and other cities. The emergency made worse by decades of decaying infrastructure, back-to-back natural disasters, and also extreme heat and severe drought. Here's ABC's Victor Oquendo.
July was the driest month ever recorded in San Juan in more than 120 years. Roughly
Okay.
50% of Puerto Rico is now experiencing extreme drought, and there is little relief in sight. The Caraizo Reservoir, the primary drinking source for the city of San Juan, looking depleted. The Puerto Rican National Guard has been working since June to alleviate conditions, distributing over 500,000 gallons of water to residents already.
Powerball fever building ahead of tonight's drawing. The jackpot growing to $905 million. It marks the largest.
On these days where I have to fill up all my supplements.
Games history. Michelle Branton, ABC News.
Cooler temperatures are on the way. Fox 31 Paul Sturman says he's confident we'll see the return of the monsoons and widespread rain in the next few days.
Still hot for Monday afternoon.
Haven't done it in a while because now I think you need an FFL that can bring stuff in.
100 degrees. 7-day forecast does feature a big cool down though.
Sturman says that we'll go from 92 on Wednesday to 80 on Thursday. Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman continuing his efforts to discover which homeless shelter services are working. Kaufman has been spending some nights at the city's regional navigation campus since February.
It's been a very humbling experience.
I gotcha. All right, Larry. Well, I wish you luck on that. If you need any more help or you want to reach out, you can totally do that at just the same number that you called in with. And if you send all that over, I'll forward it to Tom too, of course. Yeah, whenever.
You coming in Wednesday, Doc?
What?
Are you going to come in Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Okay. I'm going to cut down a tree on Wednesday.
Oh. You have a
tree. It's got the beetles in it.
Oh, do you have a chainsaw?
Well, no, I'm hiring a company.
Oh, okay.
It cost me like $2,500.
Wow.
And I want to be there to watch them. Have you been going up on the hill and doing some gambling or poker playing?
I think I went up once in the whole month of July. Because I have a game in town.
Yeah, was that the Eagles?
The Eagles I have my home game on Monday.
Right.
The Eagles are Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday I have home games. Friday it's the Eagles. And Saturday it's a home game.
How many times do you have the home game?
No, I have my own on Monday.
Oh.
And then there's 3 or 4 that I can go to. So I can, so 6 days a week, I can find a local game.
Without driving up the mountain.
Right.
And it's cheaper, right? You don't have to give them a commission or.
Oh, right, exactly. Well, sometimes they take a rake, but.
A rake?
Yeah, just the difference between having to drive up there and back is just, amazing.
That's good, Doc.
Have you spoken to Dan McKenzie about a will?
I have. He actually, McKenzie actually did my trust.
How much did he?
He's got flat rates, so it was around $4,000. But I did a revocable trust. It was pretty complicated. I think a will's like, I don't know, 6 or 7. But I had a will, but he didn't like my wills. So he had to do the will, then they use a horrible will into a trust. I did a trust, Doc, because I didn't want to go through probate. I didn't want people knowing, opening that up in the court system. But you have a will, don't you?
Yeah. So I have to decide whether it's worth it getting a trust. I mean,
I can tell you, it's $3,500 to $4,500. It just depends if you want to keep it out of the, keep creditors away from you and keep it out of the public eye.
Gotcha.
That's what I want. I just want to keep things out of the public eye.
Might be live at 4 today. I'm not sure.
And then you don't have to probate. You don't have to do anything.
But if everything is in will, I don't have to go through.
Craziness from DC and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino and Major Marc Mager.
Hey, Tom Martino here. We got Major Marc Mager on remote, and we have Deputy D in the house along with Deputy Doc, Deputy Bo, and Excel Roofing. Oliver, I'm not sure. Is Oliver still on, or did he hang up, or do we have him up?
Yeah, no, he's here.
Okay, Oliver with Dan McKenzie. Dan, a lot of people feel this way. And at least Oliver's being straight. He's saying, look, man, it was my dad. Maybe he's worth $100,000. Why should I get something? Is there any kind of reasoning that goes along that? I mean, or can someone simply flat be out? Dan McKenzie, by the way, is an estate planning attorney I use, and we refer him to everyone. McKenzie Law. Go ahead, Dan.
I mean, you've got to have a reason. You got to have something to show that the person just didn't know what they were doing. The reasons I mentioned earlier, they were pressured into it, or they didn't have capacity to know what they were doing. No, you cannot just say, look, I was his son, and I deserve something. The general approach that courts take to these things is, look, we should be able to do what we want with our money, and if that means cutting our kids out, then so be it, even if it doesn't seem like something that we think is fair, even if it seems like the kids were, attentive or loving or whatever else, that is not enough. You really got to show something to overcome that document. If it was validly, I mean, again, he should go pull the will and the codicil, make sure they were validly executed. You can challenge a trust. It just is that there is no court process going on because trusts are designed to stay out of court. So it's a little bit more challenging to get the information than it is when there's a will. But you can challenge a trust for the same reasons you can challenge a will. So I wouldn't necessarily throw in the towel. But the fact that it was executed so long ago, like 2008, he said, I mean, this has been in place for quite a while.
Which would mean it's more credible?
I guess it could cut either way. I mean, on one hand, it's like, yeah, proving the dad had lack of capacity when he did this 18 years before he passed away is going to be a challenge. On the other hand, maybe there's some argument to be made that's like he forgot, like he had done that or something like that. I mean, that's a challenging argument to make because, unless you've actually done something to get rid of it, which the codicil does. I mean, the codicil amends the will. So he needs to see what those things say.
Do you have any idea, Oliver, what the codicil says? The amendment?
No. I just got the notice Saturday.
Can you call that attorney? Is that the attorney for the estate? Dan, can he call and ask questions? And will the attorney answer the questions?
And the attorney represents the estate, so I mean, we're always a little bit careful that talking to beneficiaries and telling them what their rights are, because look, we don't represent you. You should probably talk to your own counsel. But you can go down to the Arapahoe County Court and probably request those documents. You don't necessarily need an attorney to do that. So you could start
here. If you have any questions about your legal rights or procedure, you are welcome to contact an attorney to represent you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's going to be on your dime, Oliver. How much is it worth to you? Because it's not going to be cheap.
I'm thinking that myself. And then paying all this, do I really have a chance?
Well, you don't have a chance unless you can prove there was something amiss. There's got to be something amiss.
And Tom, the first step to doing that is going to the courthouse, just like Dan McKenzie said, and get a copy of everything that's filed and read it and see if there's anything fishy in it. And if there is, that's when you can decide whether or not to invest in an attorney to represent you.
And you can ask for a copy of the trust. They don't have to give it to you, but you can ask. Dan, would there be any reason why they wouldn't give them a copy?
I mean, under state law, so the heirs have a right to the will. They do not have a right to the trust. The trust, the only people who really have the right to see the trust are the people named as beneficiaries in the trust.
Okay.
This is the reason people do trust planning, is to make it harder to challenge, frankly. So, because it is harder to get the information. So sometimes when people are cutting someone out, and it's all like, look, it's going to be harder for this person to figure out what happened if you have a trust. So
okay. So basically, there is no special right for the trust. And Oliver, I don't know, man. You got to have some reason. You got to have some reason. Are you on speaking terms with your sister-in-law who was named personal representative?
Not really. We talk. That's about it.
You can ask her questions. You can ask her questions. She doesn't have to answer, but she might.
Well, I guess at my point, if I could just plead with her to get some kind of piece of the pie out of this. Hell, we're talking about a place I lived when I was a teenager.
Well, I know, but what do you think? Do you think everything was left to her?
According to this letter that I got, she's part of the estate. I'm not. There's a truck inside my dad's truck.
Are there any other?
SUV that he
Are there
had.
any other heirs? Does he have any grandkids?
No, I never married, but my brother didn't have any kids either. So it's like what the attorney said. I guess I got to go down and get a copy of the will to see exactly what it says.
That's the most important. I have a question for Dan. Dan, let's say when Oliver goes to Arapahoe County tomorrow and gets a copy of the will, which he definitely needs to do, and he is definitely not even mentioned in the will, cut out that as an heir, isn't he still entitled to challenge the will? Because I hear the maker of the will is at least supposed to acknowledge the heirs.
No,
So
they're
what-
not. That's a myth. That is a myth, I think, Dan. They don't have to acknowledge them, do they?
They don't. I mean, we often do, just to make it clear, like, I did not forget about you. I'm remembering you, and I'm cutting you out. Like, if he didn't get mentioned, it's a little bit easier to say, hey, he didn't cut me out because he wanted to. He forgot about me.
Right. Is that a
so-
defense if you forget?
I mean, it's a piece of evidence that could be helpful to proving that he lacked capacity. But again, that lack of capacity seems hard to me when it was done 18 years ago or whatever, whenever the codicil was done. I mean, it seemed like longer, the amount of time that this was in
Codicil
place.
was done 2020.
Okay, so 6 years ago. How was his medical condition? Was he cognizant of, was he able to take care of
Cognizant
himself?
at that time, yeah. He knew what was going on. It's just in the last year, things with his health went awry.
But you said you had no real relationship with your dad.
I had a relationship, yes, but bottom line here is I owed money, and I paid part of it back, and he
How
said
much
he was
did-
going to put me back on the will.
How much did you owe?
Oh, I think I owed. I think I had 50,000 left to pay him.
To pay him.
Right.
Well, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. Can't they come after him for that?
Yeah, I mean, yes, the estate, if you owed him, I guess it depends if it's like a documented formal agreement. There's potential defenses against that. But yes, I mean, the people who owed him money, that can be an asset of the estate. If there was like a note executed, that could be an asset of the estate.
Was there a note executed, Oliver?
No, it was just a handshake.
Be thankful, because instead of not getting anything, you could be out 50 grand.
Oliver,
Yeah, I mean,
Boy,
I-
that'd be
I tried to-
ironic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm trying to say now is, do I go back to my sister-in-law and plead, hey, I've been there, I've been in that house long before you showed up. Do I get some? Are you going to give me anything?
I probably wouldn't start the conversation like that.
but you should get a friendship going with your sister. Go out and have coffee, or sister. Go out and have coffee with her. Just make amends.
I mean, to be clear, just because she is the executor doesn't mean she's receiving the money. She might be there to give money to charities. I mean, we don't really know.
That's
So
right.
It's not necessarily up to her. She has to get the money to the beneficiaries named in the trust, and she doesn't really get to decide that. If she is getting money, of course, she could then gift it to you, but that'd be quite an ask.
That's
Oliver, what's the estate? Oliver, what's the estate
800
worth?
grand, he said in the
Okay.
beginning.
Well, I'd be going down to Arapahoe County for that, just looking. You got to do that first.
I was going to go
Yeah, but
down
the
there
will.
tomorrow
But
and get at least
hold
get
on,
a
the
copy.
trust won't be at Arapahoe County.
But
Will it, Dan?
The will and the codicil need to be, but not the trust.
Yeah,
But
but
then
the
you can
trust
look at, like,
doesn't
if
have
he
to
owned
be
his
there.
house, you could go look at the deed to the house and just confirm it isn't a trust. So
That-
there's some public record searching you can do.
That's a good point, Dan. Yes, to see if the houses should be in a trust.
And again, Oliver, when you said put a lien on the house, that will get you in trouble if you don't have a reason to put a lien on it.
Well, again, I'm just speaking out loudly here. I don't know really what to do.
Yeah. Well, I think that Dan laid it out for you. You have to have a reason and you have to have an attorney. And you got to go before, ask the courts. And Oliver, you're going to end up getting more and more in debt. I mean, I don't see, this attorney lying to you when he wrote you that letter saying you're out. So
No, after looking at the letter a couple of times, the attorney is being straightforward. This was obviously set up long before I even knew it. And I knew he was doing a will. I just didn't know who the attorneys were. My sister-in-law was a legal secretary with the law firm for 20-something years, so she knows what's going on. And I guess my only case now is to plead with her to get something. I don't know. I'm not sure what
I mean,
to do
if you
here.
found out she was instrumental in helping him create that will and it leaves everything to her, like, that's not, like, I mean, we look at facts. Like, did she drive him to the appointments? Did she attend them with him? Was she picking the attorney? Like, that kind of stuff matters. It's hard to get that information. But if you think, well, she had legal experience, she knew the attorney, it's her friend, and he set this up, like, that would be interesting.
Hey, by the way, was your dad sick for a while? Was he ill, or was he taken suddenly?
Just in the last year, he passed away. He was 94. Just in the last year, or actually just in the last 7 months, his health started deteriorating. I was running around taking care of him. I was picking up food for him, and I was bringing this, bringing that. I was picking up his mail. I was doing repair work on the house.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't realize that.
I was doing a lot of work for him just to keep the place going. I fixed the sprinkler system, and I had, I had an HVAC company come by, and there was a problem with the air conditioner. I paid for all that.
Well,
So
then go back to what he was saying about a lien. I mean, that's completely different. If you did valid work there and were owed money, I would say the estate does owe him something, right, Dan?
That's right.
I still would be careful about the lien because there's time limits on that, and they'll probably pass. But you could submit a claim potentially to the estate and say, hey, I am owed money. So that could be something to consider.
All right, we got to take a break. Mackenzie Law, by the way, thank you, Dan Mackenzie, 833-CO-PLANS. His number is 833-CO-PLANS or online, coplans.co.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Let's talk about a great company for steel buildings, the manufacturer right here in Colorado, serving the entire world and nation. Great Western Buildings.com. Whether you need a giant building, a warehouse, maybe even a church, or a barn, garage, workshop, whatever it is, Great Western sells directly to the consumer. 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
When your joints hurt every day.
Hi, Michelle. This is Adam with the Troubleshooter Show. I saw you had left us a.
Hi, Mike. I'm working the studio today. Do you think I could come by and pick up that watch at 2:30?
You hear that? He's gonna pick up your watch. He's picking up a watch.
Who is?
I think he's trying to.
They'll check his ID and their crew.
I hope he reserved it. He's going after it.
Oh no, it's too late now. You can't.
Did you binge anything?
That's why we're watching it.
Oh, do you already have dibs on it, Dimitri? That went out over. I'm picking up my uncle's railroad watch.
Oh,
Getting a new Mach 1 band on it.
Oh, very cool. I don't know.
70s.
I mean, I'd seen it when it first.
Did you already pick up your
the new watch?
All of them.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Oh, you already
bought
it.
Yep, it's the one in the picture
Well,
that I
there's no
texted you.
there's no sense of me hunting around for one for you.
No, that's why I didn't take you up on that offer. But thank you for the offer.
Too bad you got to pay tax on it, huh?
Nope.
You're getting it tax free?
Yeah, I'll tell you when we're not.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that story.
Yeah.
That's a good. That'll be good.
The story of the deal I did on it is better than the product itself. I'm going to tell Tom about it after the show. He's going to be fascinated.
You have to tell me because
I'll definitely tell you.
Just the tax bill on that would be quite a bit.
Yeah. And everything I did is totally legal and legitimate. So.
And it's from a store, right?
An authorized.
It's like that he has to tell you and make sure that you know that everything he did was totally legitimate and legal.
Okay, Jay.
Hey man, I believe it.
Yeah, it's an
Pretty
authorized,
trustworthy guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm dealing with a big corporation here, so they're not going to take any chances.
Yeah, you gonna wear it this week?
Gonna
Or
wear
just
it-
out
gonna wear-
on a nightlife? Is that a nightlife watch?
No, it's a daily wear.
Oh, okay. Wow.
When's the new improved Dimitri coming out?
I guess he's,
Getting my hair cut on Wednesday afternoon.
and you better
And
have
the
a
new wardrobe same day?
No, that will take a while to assemble.
Oh, okay. So you were full of shit last week.
No, remember I said there were several phases to it, and the new hairstyle is going to be phase 1, and that's Wednesday afternoon.
Are you bringing your
And then-
checkbook?
Yeah, I have to. You already. Oh, I heard the cat. Princess.
Is Princess back, Dimitri?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel! When did that happen?
I had a little reconciliation.
Oh, so we have guests at the Martino Casa. Huh?
Resident.
Meow.
Mm.
So Henry, is Juan your only tile roof guy? I hear.
Hell
On the
no.
grapevine?
Juan? No.
No. What a stereotype, you son of a bitch.
Online at khout.com.
Tom Martino here with Major Marc Mager. We're talking about roofing and anything else on your mind. Give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So we got another topic here that we were talking about Excel Roofing and their wonderful blogs and information at excelroofing.com/blog or all over the internet. And also AI quotes them as well. So the cost of a new roof, we need to discuss in general some of the costs. I think people can get sticker shock, but in essence, there is a cost to a new roof. So how do you answer when people say, how much will a roof cost? Well, I can easily say most homeowners will spend, according to your blog, 10 to 30 grand no matter what, right?
Yeah, that's accurate.
And then a lot of them can exceed 50 grand.
Yes, but it's important to clarify there with spending $50,000 on a roof, you are getting to the point where it's a very large home or a very premium product.
Right. And then you are going to take into consideration the 5 roofing systems and how they cost. So asphalt would be the lowest price in general.
Yep, that's correct.
And then what's next? Concrete?
As far as cost?
Yeah.
We normally, so asphalt makes up about 70% of it, and then we can go back with something like a direct-to-deck stone-coated steel. That would probably be the next tier. And then we can go with a batten-mounted stone-coated steel system, and that would be a little bit more expensive. A concrete tile would probably be in that same category, and then the synthetics are usually more expensive than that.
The plastics.
Yeah.
So, Mark, you have a synthetic?
I do, man. F-Wave, and I love it.
And then
it looks brand new.
What do I have, Henry?
It looks the same way. It looks the exact same way it did when they put it on 6 years ago. Identical.
Has it been that long already, Mark? I remember you talking about it. It's been freaking 6 years. Wow.
Yeah, I think so. I remember, and Suzanne still remembers hammering on the roof when she had COVID.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, and then I have like a concrete, or is it a tile? Whatever. It's a concrete, right?
You have a concrete tile, a flat concrete tile.
Okay. So when it comes to the cost, then obviously asphalt being down there, and then the stone coated steel, synthetic is more expensive. Standing seam metal roof, where does that come in?
It's usually a little bit more expensive than a stone coated steel system, just because there's a little bit more fab work. There's 2 profiles that you can do. There's one called a snap lock, where you just snap all the panels together, and then you can also go mechanically seamed, and so you just run a seaming machine, or you hand crimp the seams through the whole panel.
Now, hey, can anybody,
go ahead,
Henry, if someone really, let's say they don't have insurance or they simply don't have money, can't afford to do it, can you actually roof over a roof? Can someone come out there and just put new asphalt over asphalt?
In some codes, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, we see that a lot. And if it was my personal home, yeah, I would probably do it. There's a lot of different like jurisdictions that have different and just different areas.
Where you're allowed to go so many. In fact, in some you can go twice.
Yeah. So like Denver, we can go a layover, but then in other areas like Jeffco, we can't do a layover. It's really interesting though. Like Unified Steel, our rep over there, he will swear that he can get a jurisdiction to approve a layover with a Unified Steel stone coated steel application. But you know what? It's more challenging. So usually we want to just tear everything off, but we can often go a layover with the stone coated steel roof.
And there's no compromise to that, right?
No, because the asphalt roof, it just acts as the underlayment. And so you get all of the insurance benefits. They don't cancel you on renewal. You can get a discounted premium. You can raise your deductible, all that kind of stuff. And then you have the system in place over the existing system. And so it's kind of, as long as the existing roof is structural and doesn't have any leaks pre-existing, it's a pretty bomb-proof system.
Now, somebody asked, with a standing seam steel roof, won't you still see damage, even though it doesn't go through?
Yeah, and so that's why we don't have a lot of standing seam here in Denver. You'll see like on a lot of the nice Cherry Hills houses, they'll have it as like the details and the accents, maybe over a window or an entryway. We normally see a lot more standing seam up in the mountains. So like all of those like luxury Vale, Aspen, Steamboat houses, those will have a lot of standing seam on them.
All right, this is Henry Bretz, one of the owners. He's took over with his dad here, excelroofing.com, 303-761-6400.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
Pretty quiet drive throughout the Denver metro to start off your afternoon commute. We are seeing some brief slowing in to downtown on southbound I-25 between I-70 and 20th. Pretty typical for your Monday drive. Out west into the high country, I-70, both directions remain closed through the Eisenhower Memorial Tunnels due to multiple accidents Looks like both directions of traffic being diverted onto Loveland Pass. No estimated time for reopening. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, the late great historian Stephen Ambrose tells the tale of a single consequential year in American history. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
You know, I've been giving consumer advice for 50 years. People ask, when should they invest? And as part of Martino Capital, my investment advisory firm, I tell people first, get rid of high interest debt. If you have high interest debt, there's no sense saving money or putting money away because that high interest debt is eating away at your wealth. Then have an emergency fund for at least 2 to 3 months of expenses if you can. Then if you want to invest, go ahead and invest and start out light with diversity. That's what you want. But you want someone, in my opinion, that directly works with you. And that's what Martino Capital does. Unlike most firms, we work directly and we work a custom portfolio just for you. We'd love to review your plan free of charge, no obligation. MartinoCapital.com, 303-771-HELP.
You're a horror fan, right?
Yes.
Saw?
I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen a lot.
There's the ad right now running on Instagram. Saw the musical.
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know how good that'll be.
I'm a little nervous about it, but the people that put that on are the same people that do, or at least the same production company, the same people that do the Empire strip.
Hey, Dragon, you ever watch Bearded Meats?
Bearded
I don't even know what
Meats?
that is.
What, Jesus Christ. Sounds
He does,
vulgar.
it's this bearded guy, and he does
that something
food
he does?
challenges that are just outrageous.
Huh.
The Empire Strip Sack, that's the little
This-
thing you went to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, nice.
So it's the same parody
Okay.
people. So it could be good.
So, okay, it could be good.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you know what theater it's at? Or does it say?
Is it like the Bug Theater or something? I have to look at it.
What is it? The Empire? Is that what you're talking about?
Same production, but it's a Saw Saw
we talking
play.
about?
Yeah, the Bug Theater.
I think it's like these performances.
Oh.
I saw the Star Wars themed one in Denver. I thought that was pretty funny.
Funny,
It
yeah.
was a performance?
Yeah.
Like on stage?
I don't know if we're able to talk about it.
That's a little small.
Yeah.
The Bug Theater.
Wait, it was on stage. Like, how long is it? It was a...
They also did a Halloween one.
Yeah, the Empire.
Like the Chucky.
Oh, nice.
Mike Myers and Freddy.
No, I didn't go. The Empire Strip
Nice.
Sack. That's funny.
Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a
I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, I was in Denver and they had it on a wall. They had all the posters up and everything.
So they do it right in the theater?
I think so, yeah. And they I looked it up. It looked pretty funny. I didn't end up going. But...
Okay. I got you. I'll tell you what, you're the only caller, and we're coming back from break in about
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Cool. So just listen through the phone.
Sure as hell has it right here. Burlesque. Dance, comedy, heavy metal. Look at you weirdo.
Yeah, I was pretty taken back at first. I thought it was a joke. I didn't think it was real. They had it plastered all over one of those buildings. It's pretty close to that F1 arcade in Denver.
I'm surprised they haven't come after him for copyright infringement.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it's like a endorsed Star Wars thing.
It's a parody.
Yeah. Have you gone?
No.
There's a bunch of them around the country, though.
I want to see that new format movie, that X.
What
at
is that?
AMC.
What is it?
It's a new. It's I think 270-degree theater.
Oh, the Screen X?
Screen X.
Yeah, I was going to see Spider-Man in that, but all the seats were in the front row, so I decided not to
Yeah,
go.
that's exact. We were going to go see it too, and it was completely sold out, but handicap in front.
Yep.
Where is it? Where's the theater?
Bring some crutches.
Highlands Ranch is the only one around right now in Colorado. Or actually, there might be one up north.
270
Formed by
degrees.
co-counsel law firms. For additional disclaimers, go to goldwaterlawfirm.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here with Donald. Donald, what's going on, sir? What's happening?
Hey, so it's Monday, and I get a notification from my Experience app that I applied for some credit at Bank of America, which I did not. So I called them, reported it as fraud, got off with 3 bureaus to report fraud and freeze my accounts, my credit, and then I didn't know what other steps I need to take.
Man, you did everything right there. I can't think of anything else. That's good.
It.
That's now. So I'm glad that your app actually notified you of anyone trying to apply for credit. That's good.
Yeah, it notified me with a hard inquiry.
Wow.
And it dinged my credit by 3 points. And I'm like, well, I haven't done that. So.
And where did the hard? Who made the hard inquiry?
I have no idea. Somebody with
Donald?
Bank of America. Yeah.
Did you call all 3 agencies individually?
Yes, I called them.
Well, you go
right
online. You don't have to call.
Yeah, well, I meant online because with a fraud alert, you just have to do one. With a credit freeze, you have to email. You have to get in touch with each one individually.
Which I did.
Okay,
yeah,
good for you.
I did. So then I didn't know. Do I need to contact like my own personal credit cards, my bank, all that stuff?
No, you did.
Okay.
You did the right thing. Keep an eye on stuff, though. That's incredible. I'll tell you, I can't believe how much fraud shows up on my credit cards every month. I babysit now the charges on some of them, and I can't believe
some of that could be little Martinos.
Yeah, I guess it could be if they had access to them. The one they have access to, you're absolutely right. But I have some, Mark, that like I keep talking about these subscriptions. They show up. And here's the worst part about the subscription. The credit card company wants you to contact the merchant. And yet I go to the merchant and you have to log on to contact them. And I can't log on because I don't have a login. And then I don't want to make a login because then it'll look like I really do have an account. It's the craziest thing. And so
I had one.
Yeah.
I had one with Adobe so I paid for a year of Adobe. It was like $500, okay? Then I realized they were charging me monthly as well.
Oh, man. And so how'd you handle it?
They did. I contacted them, and they refunded all the monthly they charged me when I bought the yearly. I did buy the yearly. I just never. Why would anybody get a monthly and a yearly?
Was that the yearly for us, Mark, or is that just yours?
I think it's just one user.
Okay.
And the reason it was probably under college students.
Oh, okay.
Email.
Yeah. So in any case, here's the deal. These subscriptions all over the country are happening to people.
Hey, I just thought of something. Listen to this. Listen to this, man. You're not an NFL guy, but people out there know how much that Sunday ticket is. It can be $400 or $500, whatever it is. I don't know what it is this year. Now, if you are in college or in school, you can get it. You ready for this? At $99 for the year. The same goes with Hulu, Disney. All these places have deals for college students. I found a college that you can go to online, accredited university.
Oh, no.
$34 for the credit, which will save you all the money. Not that I condone that kind of attitude, but
do.
If you're in the game, play the game.
Are you kidding me? So is it the $34 a month or $34 a year or $34 for what to
It's
enroll?
$34 for that credit, so you have the email when you sign up. That's how they verify it. You have a EDU email.
That's very interesting.
That is really cool. You enroll in college for $34, and it saves you a ton of money on all kinds of subscriptions, doesn't it? Wow, that's cool.
A lot of money.
And again, we're not condoning that, although we are kind of. Okay, so roofing. We talked about all kinds of aspects. Let's go to the next blog part, that how to get out of a roofing contract. Now, some of this is downright has a legal basis, but some of it does not. First, on the legal basis, they have to have a state-approved contract. A lot of these roofers don't use a proper contract. So it would be easy to get out of it based on the fact that it doesn't meet state guidelines. It's an illegal contract. Also, you have to have, and again, I hate talking about rights to cancel because people misunderstand it. It does not apply to all contracts. It just applies to contracts signed in the home or at the door or in a place other than an ordinary place of doing business, like if you meet someone at the library or something, but if you sign a contract under those conditions, you have a 72-hour right to rescind. You specifically, by state law, have 72 hours to change your mind for a roofing contract. Okay? Now, here's the deal. If they don't give you the 72 hours, which a lot of them do not, the 72 hours starts when they give it to you. So if you say, I want to cancel, they have to, and there's no 72-hour right to rescind. They have to give it to you, or you just simply say, I want to cancel now. And you're within the 3 days. So that's the first one. That's the legal way. But there are other ways to get out of the contract that Jay told me. And being an insider in the roofing industry, he knows what will work. And we'll talk about that coming right up.
Now, impact traffic.
Pretty quiet drive throughout the Denver metro to start off your afternoon commute. We are seeing some brief slowing in to downtown on southbound I-25 between I-70 and 20th. Pretty typical for your Monday drive. Out west into the high country, I-70, both directions.
Want to go first?
Eisenhower Memorial Tunnels.
Okay.
Due to multiple accidents, looks like both directions of traffic being diverted onto Loveland Pass. No estimated time for reopening. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll explain how a divided room during the American Revolution found unity in a single prayer. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
I've known the owner of Fix It 24/7 for many, 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 many years. I've known his previous companies. You know what? Fix It says it all in the name. They want to fix things to save you money, and they want to keep things going to save you money. But if you do need a replacement, they have free second opinions on all replacements. So remember this. Especially the $39 Extreme Clean Tune and Check. It's a refurbishment of your AC. That's right. It's been working overtime. Make sure you give it the love and care it needs to add life and efficiency with a no breakdown guarantee. Just $39. That's 720-526-3939 or fixmyhome.com.
I remember when a particular financing company basically owned the airwaves, and I'm not even sure if they're around anymore. But think of all the talk show hosts that were talking about them all the time. I wish we could go back in time and ask each of them, have you ever used them? Have you ever used them? I'll tell you something about the people I love. John Clace and CMG Mortgage. Not only is Suzanne and I have used them, my son has used them for his first house about a year ago, and my daughter just closed with John with her new husband on their first house. Our entire family uses John. Why? Because he is a direct lender. CMG Financial loans out over $2 billion every single month. That means lower fees, better interest rates, and quick timing. Think about it. The underwriters work right there. If you want the best loan out there, reverse mortgage, new purchase, line of credit, which no one else has, or if other banks have said no, I'll tell you this, John can generally say yes. Give him a call at 303-577-7206, 303-577-7206, or partnerinlending.com.
Have you heard?
So sorry, Bo. I'm sending that now.
So rush. For people out there, I'm going to tell you the best university to use. And it's pretty much free. You don't even have to buy courses, but you'll get an email generally within 2 days. And I assure you all the discounts work for everything we talked about. But it's Diablo Valley College, dvc.edu. And you can sign up right there. Diablo Valley College. And then you can send me $10 a month.
Jeez.
So when you say you don't even have to sign up for a class, can you just apply for an email?
Yeah, what you're doing is you're basically applying to the school. And once you apply to the school, you'll get that email in about 48 hours and a student ID, whatever at dvc.edu. And that's about it. Then you use that email to sign up with everything.
Very interesting. Good to know.
And that email is active for a year until you register for the following semester or whatever?
Pretty much, yes. Now that part I can't jump ahead, but everything else is so good, so good.
So good.
And on some of the things like Hulu, once you have the Hulu account under the EDU account or under that email, you can go in there and change your email to your other email. So therefore, it wouldn't even matter. Although when it comes to starting it up again the next year, I don't know. And just think about it. You'll be able to say you went to Diablo Valley College.
Where did you even? I wonder what their mascot is.
You know what? I don't know.
A devil.
Well, I'm looking at it right
think so.
Being
now.
Red
It's-
Devil.
What is it?
Diablo.
It's just DVC in green.
Yeah, they don't believe in mascots.
Mask.
There's Diablo Valley Vikings. Maybe this is them.
Yeah, and the apply now's right there.
That's not a very good mascot.
Oh, look at that. 100% acceptance rate. So if you get in, you can throw a party. No SAT or ACT. It's my kind of school.
That's right. Maybe they'll let me in.
I liked 100% acceptance rate and free.
It's in California. I hope we get paid to go there.
Okay.
candidates, and more on the Joe Pag Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Major Marc Mager and Deputy D, Deputy Doc, Deputy Bo, Jay Bretz.
Hey, Tom, I got to interject one thing.
Henry Bretz. Yeah, go ahead.
Even though John Fuller's not here, that guy who had the problem with the insurance company, if people spend $150 and get a dash cam, they can save themselves thousands of dollars and so much aggravation.
They're not even 150 anymore, Doc.
Well,
they're cheaper.
Yeah,
yeah, but whatever. It's such a smart thing to do and so simple to avoid that kind of problem with your insurance.
Absolutely.
So buy a dash cam, people.
Thank you, Doc. Hey, so to get out of a roofing contract, Jay Brett steps it out, baby. You go to excelroofing.com/blog and then how to get out of roofing, bad roofing contract. Anyway, there's 3 steps. First of all, legally, you are supposed to be given a right of rescission of 3 days. That's one way. The other one is he put together a masterful letter. Explain that, Henry. And you can download the letter from Excel Roofing and insert your name and use it.
Yep, it's on our website. And basically, I mean, you got the letter pulled up?
I got it pulled up. It says, I hereby notify you I'm canceling the contract we engaged in. Any further consideration, after further consideration, I realize I do not want you working on my property. Then he says, I have also become aware of Colorado Senate Bill 12-038. And I'm going to skim through this. Residential Roofing Consumer Bill of Rights. And according to that, you were supposed to do certain things in the contract, like the scope of work, and these are things 99% of the roofers leave out. Scope of work and material to be used on the new roof, the cost of the roofing job and approximate dates that it will be installed, the address of the roofer, phone number of the roofer, insurance company information must be listed on the contract. My right to cancel the contract within 72 hours. Notice that the contractor cannot pay, waive, or in any way cover the consumer's deductible. Notice the consumer that any money paid in advance will be held in a trust account. Nobody does that. And then notice to the consumer that if any part of the insurance claim is rescinded in whole or in part, then they can get out of the contract. What else?
This next part's pretty funny. So what you want to do is you want to call the company and you tell them that you're going to be basically the largest pain in the rear that they have ever worked for.
Ever. You tell them straight up.
Yep.
I'm going to take notes on everything, and I am going to make sure that I'm going to withhold all payment until I'm 100% satisfied. And I want 100% of this in my contract. First of all, if it's not in the contract, that's reason to cancel the contract. But if it is in the contract or they give you a hard time, then Henry, what else do you tell them? I'm going to be, you tell them I'm going to be the worst customer you've ever had.
Yep. And so the worst customer you've ever had, and then I'm going to hire an independent inspector. And so this should work for most home improvement. Just have the inspector go apart and absolutely pick apart everything. The chances of the work being installed absolutely perfect is extremely slim. And then you back charge the contractor for whatever the inspector finds. And then you end the letter telling them, or the phone call, that you're going to take as long as possible to pay, and you're going to find every reason not to. And
you're going to delay payment as long as possible.
Typically, if the contractor hears this, I know I sure would. If the customer tells me that, I am letting him out of the contract. And at Excel, we let every customer out of the contract if they would like to choose a different company or they don't want to continue with the project. But
oh, no, Excel doesn't hold you to a contract. Just like Frank Duran, the real estate man, and any great company, they don't hold you because they know they got to earn your trust every day. And then at Excel, they don't take a cent until you're content. That's important too. So to get all of this information we've been talking about, you can Google or go on AI, but just go to excelroofing.com to begin with. Look at their blog, look at their pricing tool on the front page. That's important because that uses the same exact tool insurance companies use, right?
Yeah, so we use all of our data. The pricing tool itself doesn't use Xactimate. The pricing tool is just based off of basically all of our live installation and material pricing.
excelroofing.com. And don't forget, referralist.com. Mark works really hard on that to make sure the contractors are held to a high standard. He investigates each and every complaint. That's referralist.com. Thanks for everyone listening. And don't forget to call with help, information, and referrals 303 Martino, 303-627-8466.
Follow.
You're clear.
See you, Mark.
Real Tom Martino.